Why not? Ladies and gentlemen, it's cold. We're live in downtown Youngstown, surrounded by snow. There's snow piling up in the windows of the studio right now. You can't even see outside.
Way worse than 78.
You got snow drifts. You got snow drifts about 2 Joes high driving in.
2 Joes. That's like 3 feet.
It's like a solid 4 feet.
Thank you for calling College Studios host and coffee.
I just want everyone to know.
Did you hit everyone?
Joe walks in. Isaac immediately starts
Enter your
attacking Joe.
6-digit PIN number.
Joe has yet to say a single word, like even off the air.
Here's what I'm afraid of.
Getting attacked.
Here's what I'm afraid of.
You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from
Did
the
you hit
College
everyone?
Studio
I'm
web
working
browser.
at everyone in the groups. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a cold one out. We are live at downtown Youngstown right now as we speak. I don't know if you guys have been outside yet, but there is snow everywhere. The piles of snow in the parking lots are ridiculous. I'm just driving in my little Nissan, holding on for dear life, trying to get here.
Were you spinning around at all?
Not really. Honestly, we could do like a moment of silence, or not even a moment of silence, like a moment of cheering, a round of applause for the men and women who have been clearing roads
All over.
I mean, it's pretty solid. They did a good job. They did a very good job.
Youngstown has been notorious. Do you remember like last couple years whenever there was snow, like people were like snowed in and they couldn't like days and weeks.
Right.
I don't know if Eric's or if McDowell's doing something, Derek's doing something different or what.
Yeah.
But there are people like, it's amazing. My road's never, I had some people like message, our road hasn't been done in 30 years.
Yeah.
And it's done already. Well, it's got to be Derek, right?
100%.
Has to be. There's no other variable. Like I'm trying to figure out why.
Yep.
Like,
did he what do you think he did? Do you think he like got on him about it, or like,
Oh.
hey, we need to do a good job, guys? Let's get this done. Like what?
I mean, it's the same.
That's my thing. Is like, what would the mayor have to do with it?
Well, he's in charge of the of the guy. What's the name of the guy that does it? That's Sasha guy or whatever. The engineer. I think the engineer is the guy who does it.
Janetti?
Yeah. Is that Janetti?
Pat
No, that's
Janetti.
Mahoney.
BJ
Powell.
from the
Oh.
back says he hired outside help too.
There you go.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah, there were like, did you see the pictures?
Yeah.
There were like giant
Maybe
excavators.
he used some of that COVID money for snow removal instead of his car. You know?
He
That's always good.
properly embezzled money from the water fund.
Yeah,
To go to
he's
snow removal.
actually using snow removal money
Right.
to remove snow.
That makes sense.
That's
makes
totally
sense.
great. That's awesome.
The mayor bought a bobcat and he's going around plowing snow.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I'm for it.
Love the guy on Poland page asking if he can park in the street yet. Of course.
Marucci and Gaffney did it.
Marucci and Gaffney's the guy that owns
Josh Bader.
the golf course. Noel Run.
Okay,
I knew that.
nice.
Josh Bader, are you jealous because they didn't ask you to do it? Because Bader's snowplow.
So me and Joe were talking about this before you got here. How many times did you guys snow blow?
Four?
Joe
You're
said
such a
4.
I did 3.
You did 3. I did 3 too.
I did 1 at like noon on Sunday.
Yeah.
No, 1 at like 10 on Sunday, 1
Right.
at like 4 on Sunday, and then 1 in the morning.
I felt like a true, like middle-aged dad when I went. I'm like, "Hey, honey, big snowstorm's coming. I'm gonna go get the snowblower out of the
Dude,
barn." Like typically, I'm
so
like, "I'll
true.
just shovel it. It's a good workout.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shovel." So I'll shovel a couple times. But this time, I'm like, "There's a storm coming." So Friday night, I go get the snowblower, put some air in the tires,
Sure.
get her started,
Just
warmed
put
up.
oil in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got her warmed up, cleaned her off, and then twice during the day. What would that be? Sunday, and then once Monday morning. And it wasn't a good snow blowing where like you get it cleaned and you're like it's good, but by the time you get done, you're almost like, God, I got to wait a couple hours. I'm going to do this again.
Yep.
Because it's not a clean snow blowing.
It was brutal. There was a lot of snow. I bought a snowblower. I didn't have a snowblower.
Oh, really?
And Thursday, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I haven't had one since this house, but I had it in my barn.
yeah.
just waiting.
And Thursday, I'm like, you know what? It's probably time. And
Yeah.
and I wanted something fun, and it was fun.
Dude, could you imagine shoveling that shit?
Oh.
Dude.
Hold on. So Lucas, my 14-year-old, who, by the way, I know people were requesting me to bring my kids in and have them. Screw that. I'm so tired of them. Even
Oh, but you wanted to bring
people
them-
were like, bring your kids in. I'm like, no,
I
I'm
know.
tired. They've been in my house for
I need
freaking
a-
5 days
need
in a
break.
row.
Need a break.
Yeah, this is my away time.
Kellen shoveled by hand. Kellen, if you did that and you did your whole driveway by hand, that's impressive. You had to have gone out a couple times though, right, Kellen? You couldn't have just done it one time by
Well-
hand. I saw some old timers shoveling this morning,
Yeah.
shoveling out. I was
That's
like, dude, you're gonna die.
So Lucas and his two buddies next door have like 2 or 3 houses that they shovel.
Yeah,
Okay. And they came in, and the people were in Florida, and they called Lucas Monday morning. We're like, hey,
Yeah.
we're coming home. Can you guys go help do the driveway? And Lucas like, yeah, sure, no problem. Dad, I'm gonna use the shovels. I'm like, are you? He's like, yeah, we got it. I'm like, you want me to bring, you want to use my snowblower? He's like, nah, we got it. We're 14, 15. We got this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
did they only do it once?
they had it. It hadn't been done yet. Hold on. It hadn't been done yet. Hold on.
Boys,
Yet, right.
boys.
So, but I'm like, dude, you're gonna need my snowblower. He's like, no, we're not.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I will bet you $10.
Yeah.
You need my snowblower. And he's like, Dad, you know him. He's like, we got this. He goes, we're in shape. I'm like, all right.
yeah.
An hour goes by. Okay. I look down, I go out and I'm going to snowblow my driveway one more time. I look down and these poor guys had gone about 5 feet
Yeah,
into
you're
this
not.
driveway.
You're not doing anything.
So I went down and I helped him and I showed Lucas how to, so he ended up using the
Yeah,
snowblower. He's
yeah.
like, man, that's way easier. I was
The
like,
other
"No
thing,
kidding."
the other thing that neighbor got him,
Mhm.
outsmarted Lucas, and you either upcharge for more snow or you say, yeah, but I'm going to go out and shovel it a couple times.
Yeah, Lucas, they didn't even think about it until so.
Yeah.
I was talking to the lady, or I was texting the lady,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. She goes, well, how much should I pay him? I said, that's up to you guys.
Right.
But I said, I'm gonna be honest, they work their butts off because
Yeah.
he had to go down snow because it wasn't done. Down one time with the snowblower, just kind of on the top,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then go back. I mean, it was
Oh, it was too much.
brutal.
Yeah.
What's the
or
going
even-
rate for a driveway in a snowstorm?
Like plowing.
No, hand shoveling. If
Hand
kids go out and
shoveling?
do that, what would you pay a kid?
I'm sure old timers are going to try and say $20. Here's $20.
I would probably do. Well, it depends.
Yeah, if it's a couple inches of snow like he normally does,
I do
You do
30, 40 bucks,
Yeah,
30,
20
40
to 30
bucks,
bucks.
depending on the size of
the
your driveway.
problem is Lucas thinks it's going to be the same amount of work
Yeah.
because he's Lucas, and then he gets there, he's like, "Holy crap, we're so screwed. We should have done this 3 times."
But they didn't ask him till after, though.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
the
so you're kind of hosed.
Yeah. I would say, depending on the driveway size, like I think my driveway's probably 75 years, 50 yards, I'd say at $40, $30.
$40.
What do you think?
Well, I'm thinking in a snowstorm, like $100 is not out of the question.
If it's
Absolutely not. If you go over there and do
yeah.
it a couple times, like I'm going to keep your driveway clean, then yeah, it's 100
I'm
all
saying
day.
every time I shovel it, it's $40.
Well, what about demand? Like if there are 1,000 people that want it and you only want to pay 20 and you get no takers for it and the $120 gets the takers, like
I
that's
agree with that.
capitalism.
Supply. Yeah, I agree with that. Supply and demand.
How do you guys feel about wait, hold on real quick. We'll take this comment. Tam says, this is my first snow in Ohio and amazed at how clean things are. I'm from Jersey and this amount of snow F's things up for a week.
I'm sure.
Here's the thing that we were prepared for this. We knew it was coming and
Yeah.
everybody had a couple days notice. And then even then it was pushed back like 10 to 12 hours
Yeah.
from when it was supposed to originally come. So
Right.
we had a good heads up. It wasn't just thrown on us and we were prepared for it.
Do us a real fast. Do us a favor if you're watching 52 people. We're supposed to do this every time now.
Every time. at
We
the
need
beginning.
everyone to share this to their page. It's our 2026 thing. We're going to ask you to share it to your page. You go, what is there, a little button or something?
Little in the bottom right corner, there's a little share button.
Share
Hit the
this.
You know how to use Facebook.
Yeah.
You're a
And say,
Facebooker.
worst podcast ever. Watch it.
Yeah.
Something like
Talking
I
about
don't
the
recommend
local
these
snow.
two, but
Yes.
I'm sharing it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't judge me for sharing this, but they asked me to, and I'm being nice.
that. So,
So here's this brings me back to the boomers bringing up the snowstorm of 76 or whatever the hell it was.
78. Get
So
it
they say
right.
the snowstorm in 78 was way worse, and even
Wilhelm.
Eric Wilhelm, the local meteorologist, has said, "Hey, 78 wasn't that bad. You didn't have that much snow. It was more like drifting snow."
It was real windy.
So my question to the boomers would be, do you think, from what you remember,
40 years
it
ago.
being so bad 40 years ago, do you think it was just an infrastructure issue? Because 40 years ago compared to today, they've done such a good job of clearing off the streets and keep like digging everybody out. And we've all communicated and knew that this was coming. So they were able to clean it up quicker and more efficiently than you could have in the freaking 70s. That would be
we'll
my
watch
bad.
a weathercast in the 70s and basically see what they gave you heads up wise.
Right. So I think it's purely an infrastructure issue. If Eric Wilhelm is saying
infrastructure,
technology.
communication,
Right.
technology,
Right.
they were calling this snowstorm
Yeah.
like 7 days out.
Yeah.
Now they weren't 100% accurate because, like, I want to say 7 days out.
It came a little later.
It was going south. No, it was going south.
Oh, really?
It was going to go south, and we were going to get like 4 or 5 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And then like I was totally watching this thing. 3 or 4 days, it starts drifting up,
Naturally curved up.
right? And then they're like, well, we're going to probably get 7 or 8 inches of snow. We're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then like a day before, that damn thing went, the deep snow, like the line where the line is between the ice, moved all the way up. We hit it just right. So
Yeah.
So Isaac, how many inches did you take?
So out, like when you have family members calling me and be like, hey man, they're saying like Austintown, Canfield, Salem, like Greenford area is getting the most snow. And that's like, that is like the triangle of my house. Like,
they said Greenford on the Weather Channel. I almost spit my coffee
Yeah,
out.
I'm
On the
like-
Weather Channel, they said Greenford,
I'm
Ohio.
like,
what?
honey, we are ground zero. Like what's cool about my house is my house sits perfectly east-west. And you get these winds ripping and the drifts in my backyard and in my front yard, like up against my house, it is a solid 2 to 3 feet of snow in the snow drifts. Like I had to go out and dig around my septic tank covers because it was freaking out because it's not supposed to be covered like that. And I mean, I was almost waist deep in snow. Like it was an impressive amount of snow. But so then another thing came up.
Well, how much did you get, Joe, before we go?
16.
You got and
I
that's
measured
exactly. Well,
16.
you're like 3 minutes on the road.
Yeah, I have a deck that is free from the wind, and I have a table that was collecting the snow.
Yeah,
16
Same
inches.
thing.
I was
Same
somewhere
exact thing.
somewhere between 16 and 20, maybe 18 is where we were at my house.
Yeah.
But it's a ton. It's a ton. And then you have a situation. I had a situation at my house that was terrifying. So middle of the day Sunday or morning around like 10, 11 a.m. My dog's chewing on a bone or chewing on a toy or something. And it's snowing outside. I hadn't blown the driveway quite yet. And the dog starts like choking. like trying to get something out of his
doing that
throat.
thing where it's like,
And I'm like, what is he doing? And Shelby's like, oh, he's like trying to get something up. And he's like sitting there just and he keeps like licking the ground. And like I let him out and he'd like be licking the snow. Like he's trying to like get the thing out of his throat. And I'm just looking around like, what the hell? And Shelby's like, okay, he's choking on something. We might have to take him somewhere. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we can't go anywhere right now. And he's like, no, we might have to take him somewhere. Like, I'm like, we can't, we'll die. So we give him stuff to make him like if you give a dog her hydrogen peroxide, it'll immediately make them vomit.
oh,
Did you know
really?
that? So Shelby like,
I mean, it'd probably
shooting
make
him.
anybody immediately
Yeah.
vomit if you drink.
So she starts shooting into his mouth, forcing him to drink
Ugh.
hydrogen peroxide.
Ugh.
And this dude vomits, and he's still doing it. So it's like in his airway, not.
Do you know
in
what
his
he
stomach.
ate?
It was like a piece of fabric from his toy. So
Ugh.
we're sitting there,
That's nasty.
and when I tell you that hopeless feeling sets in, where
Mhm.
my wife's like, "We have to go," I'm like, "Shelby, listen to me." I'm like, "I'm being completely honest with you. If we take this dog somewhere and
Yeah,
we
you're
try
not
and
gonna
get him
make
to
it.
Akron,
Yeah.
I'm calling places. I'm calling Salem." And I'm like, nobody's open.
yeah,
honey.
it's
like,
Sunday
I'm like,
in the middle of a.
I'm like, if
yeah.
we try and drive to the emergency room for dogs in Akron, there's a good chance they're not even there.
Right.
And then we could it'll be 2 people dead in a ditch
With the
and our
dog.
dog's dead in the back seat. I'm like, we cannot go anywhere. I'm like, I love my dog as much
Yeah.
as you do,
Yeah.
but we cannot go anywhere.
2 people
So
dead.
say-
2 people dead in a ditch with a
Yeah.
dog that's alive that just hacked up a bone
And
out of
then
his
that-
throat.
Yeah, that hopeless
Yeah,
feeling sets
wow.
in where I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, we can't go anywhere, honey.
Yeah.
Like, we can't. And it's just like, I love my dog as much as you do, but
Yeah.
I'm just being realistic. We cannot go anywhere. And then you're just sitting there.
Was she
like,
crying? She
yeah,
started crying.
she's crying. And I'm like, say your prayers,
Yeah.
do what you got to do, and hope he passes it.
Did he spit it out then, or what happened?
He ended up like he was drinking water and then it eventually like passed.
Huh.
I don't know, but it was that doom and gloom feeling. Like,
Could you imagine? So like
Yeah.
like somebody has a heart attack.
Yeah.
Somebody has
Yeah.
I mean, you're screwed.
Yeah, you are Toy Story 3 when the toys are getting ready to go into the Inferno, like
You're
grabbing hands.
holding hands.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're screwed.
There's nothing you can do.
Just
Yeah.
remember, dogs were descendants of wolves who were survivors and able to combat
Right.
a little piece of fabric from a chew toy.
Yeah, but he was acting really strange when he's like trying to eat the carpet, like stuff that he doesn't do, trying to eat the carpet, eating a ton of snow, like going outside just eating snow.
Because he had something stuck in his throat.
Trying to work it out,
Mhm.
and then eventually he did. Is just like that is a terrifying feeling. But like you said, what if somebody gets
A
a
heart
really
attack.
bad cut
Yeah.
or like trips and falls
Chopped
and
up with your snowblower.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
an idiot and put your hand in your
yeah,
snowblower.
or
I
has a
would
heart
totally do
attack.
that.
Your husband has a heart attack.
Shoveling the snow.
Yeah,
You're
We
screwed.
had a neighbor go down from a heart attack shoveling snow.
This time.
yeah.
Yep. Ambulance pulled up, took him away on a gurney. Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of people having heart problems from the snow.
Yeah, because that's like the number one way to go is heart attack or the number one cause of heart attacks or something is you're shoveling your driveway and you're not used to it. You're not in shape.
That's a lot of work.
Heavy. And it wasn't heavy snow, but it was lots of inches and it was lots of repetition.
Yeah.
And then there's Dad who says they are dogs. People could care more about pets. As he's not even shoveling. This old man isn't shoveling his deck and just throwing his dog outside. Saying, "Hey, go pee." It's 4 feet of snow,
Survival.
and he has a
Absolutely.
toy
It's
poodle.
A freaking toy poodle.
That is 17 years old and will probably die out in the snow. And he's like, "Yeah, just go to the bathroom."
Mm.
I had to make Marshall's poopy palace because my wiener dog would not go outside. So I had to shovel, I have a giant boxed area that I had to shovel for him because he would just pee inside.
At least it wasn't like heavy snow though. It was light. It was like
What do you-
fluffy. It was fluffy
yeah, but
snow.
it's 3 feet. My
Yeah.
dog will get lost in it. Like there's no.
Did you see the picture Ben and I tried to make a snow
You
fort?
made the hobo hut.
Well, we did make a hobo hut.
Dude,
We're
that was
so
half-ass attempt.
it's ridiculous.
So bad.
So I blew all the snow into the corner of the house
Yeah,
and then dug it out and then put a tarp over it. And Ben was happy. Ben loved it. Ben loved it. But then the next day we're like, okay, we're gonna try and make a real one because we saw like a picture on Facebook. So I stack up all the snow like 4 or 5 feet high. We start digging. Just caves right in on Ben and I. It's like we're like I was able his head was sticking out. I'm like buried in this light snow, and Maggie's taking a picture. If you look at the picture on our Facebook page, you can see me like laying on top of it and Ben's feet sticking out of the snow. Dude, it is hysterical.
So, in your defense, like this was not good snow
no,
for
it's so cold.
building.
It's a good
no.
skiing. It's a fresh powder. You know?
Yeah, but I saw pictures on Facebook of guys like had like an igloo with like a little fire. I'm like, how did they do that?
AI.
So you have to
Pack it down?
Well, you can't. It's so
You need
It's
water.
so cold. Yeah, you need water. You need to bring out like a hair dryer and like warm the snow up so that it's packed.
Bringing a hair wire.
That's what you got to do.
A hair dryer?
Or you could get like those blocks. You could put them into blocks and like use water to
yeah, a
warm
little
them up.
spritzer.
Yeah,
It's 7 degrees outside.
yeah, but that's what you do. And then you make like bricks, and then you make an igloo out of bricks, and then you put the powder on top. Come on, science, dude. Use your brain.
Dude,
Use your noodle.
all I know is I saw one that was sweet that had like a little fire in it. I'm like, I want to do this for my son, and then it's just total fail. And Ben's just
Listen
like,
to
I'm like,
Isaac. He knows what he's talking about.
yeah, I was like, well, memories. He'll remember that forever, though. It's all good.
I saw a video. I loved it, and it was a dude. It's a dude who's snow blowing his driveway, and it's just a video of him snow blowing his driveway. It says, "Mama raised a complainer, not a quitter." I'm gonna go out there in this 2 feet of snow and snow blow the driveway, but I'm gonna complain the entire goddamn time.
Pop
It's
just said, I
that's
take
the
her
truth.
out the front patch. I shovel.
I would
There you go.
love to see you in your current age and condition shoveling the driveway. Like I would love to see that. You should have recorded
He
it.
would slip. He'd fall.
Yeah.
I fell.
I hope you hired somebody to shovel your driveway, Dad.
Yeah, I went down.
Did you go down?
When I was snow blowing,
Yeah.
because at the end of the driveway where they had snow plowed,
Right.
you had to like back your snow blower and like go at it again.
Oh,
and I'm
just
back
take a
and I'm
step back.
like, so I have my weight back.
Yeah.
Just went,
I'll tell you what, I snowblowed my driveway 3 times. Every single time, I was like, I got this beautiful machine. I was like, that was well executed performance there, Isaac. You did a great job. But complaints about the snowplow guys did a
they
great
hit your
job.
mailbox.
Dude, everybody, I don't know if they freaking got a 6th grader and put him in a truck. He took out every mailbox on my street.
Oh,
Like,
it's not just
everyone.
yours.
Like at least like my stretch of Green Beaver from 165 down to the school.
Uh-huh.
dude, at least 5 mailboxes. Like, dude was just
Really?
ting, 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 ting. Like, just, he had to have been blessed. Was like, screw you guys. I'm having a great time.
He's probably on his phone driving his truck.
Just 3 a.m., just absolutely
Pissed off that he's
riding
been
the
working.
lightning, drinking a white monster, and just packing in Zins
Riding the lightning.
and just freaking nicotine and just
Good.
woo!
I don't know why
Gotta get this snow off the street.
Why I picture a snowplow like listening to Nickelback as he's
Yeah.
driving down the road at 3
Yeah.
a.m. Never made it as a wise man.
Just crushing mailboxes, dude. And then did you know that? And this is why I posted. Looked it up on ChatGPT. You're not the county. So
You're
it's
a
either
county
the
road 'cause
county
you're
or
Green
township. Green Beaver's a county road.
Okay.
So that's who you report it to.
Okay.
But they will not fix it if it's just the snow. They have to physically hit your mailbox with the plow.
So if they're plowing and the snow flies up and knocks your mailbox
So
over.
the argument is, how do you prove it? So ChatGPT is like, do not plow your driveway, which it was too late for me because I already plowed it. But they were like, do not plow your driveway. Go out there and take pictures, and you have to get proof that they hit it. So my proof was basically that it obviously wasn't the snow because
your mailbox is like 15 feet.
The tip of I think the mailbox like sticks out further, and the plow blade hit the top corner of the mailbox and like twisted it off and launched it.
Was it damaged?
Was what damaged?
Your mailbox.
Dude, it was destroyed. Are you kidding me?
So
Dude,
it was,
Listen, those wooden posts cost like $10
Yeah,
at
just
Home
go
okay,
fix your
Depot.
mailbox.
mine has emotional significance because it was my grandmother's and my uncles like put it together real nice for her. So it wasn't just your shitty Home Depot mailbox. That's what sucks. I understand that I can go and get a new one, which I needed a new one anyways. But this dude, so he clipped the mailbox and it twisted it and launched it like 20 feet into my driveway. Okay. And then you can see like the wood splintering launched all the way with it. So like it wasn't just snow because the snow had landed and then the wood splintering.
well,
landed
maybe
on
the
top of it.
power from the snow hit your mailbox and sent it flying.
So that's how do you prove it? How do you prove that it was snow or the? But dude, I'm plowing. I'm just looking down as I'm blowing my driveway, and then I like hit something. I'm like, what am I hitting right now? Like a giant block. I'm like, what the heck is that? So I get it. I lift it. I'm like, oh my god! And I look over in the mailbox. It's just gone. Like I don't have a mailbox anymore. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I just right now my current mailbox setup is the post, which is buried, and then just on top of the little snowdrift, I just put my
Just
mailbox.
put your mailbox right. Put your mailbox
I can't
right on top of the
replace
snow.
it. What am I supposed to do?
The problem is the snow all gone from your road?
Yeah, my road's pretty clear.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is if it snows at all anymore, they're just gonna plow over
Right.
top of the mailbox again. But do you go out into the road at all when you
Oh,
blow?
100%. I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I go a straight my driveway. I do straight across.
No, I
All the
go.
way.
So if you're facing the road on your driveway, you're supposed to go 10 feet to the left. Okay.
10 feet. Oh, so that it doesn't.
So when they plow,
Yeah, it
they
doesn't.
don't pick up the snow.
Yeah.
However, that didn't work because I think there was so much snow. Mine was buried still, but that's
my
what you're
thing.
supposed to
I
do.
think I did wrong was I did that, and the other thing I did was I plowed real close to my mailbox so that this was like the first and second time, so that if the mail guy had to come, he doesn't have this big giant snowdrift. But I think what that caused the snowplow guy to do is go over more,
he was like following.
and then
the
I
stuff.
think he clipped the freaking mailbox because of it.
Yeah.
So shame on me but it was the third time I went out to plow. This would be Monday morning is when my mailbox was in my yard. So
All right. So the controversy is you just plow your driveway, you do a spectacular job, and the road crews come across and put a 4-foot wall of snow at the end of your driveway.
That
and
is what it is.
there's
People are
nothing really
pissed.
you can do, man. You got to get the road.
What do you want him to do? Like stop on every driveway?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
People
I
like-
don't. I'm just bringing
Yeah,
it up.
people
Yeah.
that
Just
complain
bringing it up.
about that are just
Yeah.
shut up.
yeah.
Like-
What do you want them to do, man?
Yeah.
You know?
Shut. And then those are probably the same people complaining about it. Their road's not getting done.
Right.
You know, they're just gonna bitch about it.
1,100 miles of roadway, and you're going to stop to make sure everybody's driveway
Yeah.
isn't blocked.
There were people in cul-de-sacs complaining about the
I'm in
snow
one of
getting pushed up too high in front of like in their yard.
Yeah, I remember dealing with that growing up because we were at the end of a cul-de-sac and it was always a freaking 4-foot wall.
Yeah, they were.
Boardman does a good job. We have a cul-de-sac, and they basically took a loop around and they left an island in the middle. I think that's brilliant because they're not worried about clearing the whole street. Just make some passable way down the road.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. I love it when they push the snow because we have a cul-de-sac down the road and there's like 4 foot. The boys were going down there and playing in it, even though technically somebody said you're not supposed to do that because you'll die because the snowplows will come by. It's like, can we just have a little fun?
Did you see the snow mountains at the Southern Park Mall?
Yeah,
by
the
the way?
hobo huts.
Oh my goodness.
They're huge.
They're like 25 feet in the air. They brought big construction equipment and really stacked that stuff high. It'll be June before that shit melts.
I remember that growing up. It was June,
And it's supposed to be cold. Wilhelm said we're heading into like the coldest part of the winter, which is nice because we got nowhere to go but up. You know, that's the way I think about it. It's gonna suck for a week, but then after that, we're on our way out.
It's gonna be 20 years. And like, oh my god, it's so nice outside.
40 degrees, and I got shorts on and a wife beater.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so I wanted to bring this up with this cold. Okay, you hate snow days.
I do.
You hate cold days.
Yeah.
Why?
So basically, all right, you take somebody who lives in Florida versus Alaska,
Okay.
right? And you take a Florida person and you give them 40 degrees and 1 inch of snow and they call off school because they're not used to it, right? We can easily teach. We can take the model of Alaska where kids end up showing up at school when every day is not negative 20 degrees, right? And roll that southward and say, if you don't want people to be in danger, if you don't want to be, risk the lives of children, just teach how they deal with it. Like if you have middle school kids that don't show up for school with a coat, right? But all of a sudden it gets to be 10 degrees and all of a sudden it's dangerous. I just think we're looking for an excuse not to do some kind of responsibility.
Okay, my argument would be in Alaska, they know it's coming.
Yes.
So they have infrastructure in place to remove a ridiculous amount of snow, as well as they have salt ready to go and trucks ready to go. But in Florida, they never get it. So they're like, why would we even put any money into this? And then when you get an inch of snow, it's like, holy shit, along with a population of people who have no idea how to drive in the snow and just think it's going to be like everyday driving. And then they all get
if you live in Ohio, you have 3 months of Alaska every single freaking year.
Right, so we're used to
for
it.
you to be unprepared for it and somehow say, like, what are you going to do? February, if it's going to be in the single digits every day, you're going to cancel school for a month?
So the fun thing is living in Ohio, we can do a short drive up to Cleveland, okay? And Cleveland gets so much lake effect snow. They get so much more snow than us. I have family members that live up there. Our sister lives up there. And my brother-in-law is calling me like, oh, you get 2 feet of snow and you think you're at the end of the world down there. You guys aren't used to it. I'm like, dude, we never get snow like this. So we're not prepared for it. So it's like our Super Bowl down here. So the difference between us in Youngstown and Cleveland, the infrastructure difference and the salt prepared for it, or us in like Buffalo, New York, you can tell that like we cancel school more when in Cleveland, if the same amount of snow came, they wouldn't even cancel it because they're so prepared for it.
Right.
So
we could get prepared if November hits and we're like, hey, this winter thing,
how much time and money is required for that, and how often is it going to happen? It's probably not worth it. Would be
so if an Alaska kid, if every time it got in single digits they canceled school, how much school would happen in Alaska? Yeah, they can they can say, hey, we pull this off every single day. Here's what you do if it gets in single digits.
You're more complaining about the cold than you are the snow, right?
That's one of the big objections.
The snow days, to me, it's not worth risking even one kid's life,
right,
on a school bus, to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because same with if you're in Florida, kids are riding on the school bus. You have school bus drivers that are not prepared to drive.
Oh, there's no ice. They don't have ice.
They don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
But that's like 2 days a year in Ohio. We'll have 2 days that I would agree. Too dangerous.
Like there's no way they should
have
have school Monday. Yesterday,
but a cold day. Come on,
right,
you can make preparation.
So I just did a couple Google searches here. Okay, or ChatGPT searches. I said, does Alaska have cold days for school?
Okay.
Even in Alaska, schools do have cold and weather-related closures and delays.
Got to get below -50.
Cold alone doesn't automatically cancel school, but here it is. Extreme cold thresholds. Many districts consider closures when temps or wind chill hit -40 and 50.
There you go, bro.
-40.
Oh, it's 7 here. Let's cancel all of school.
To be fair, wind chills were like -20. That's cold. That is
not enough in Alaska.
Very cold.
Alaska would be like, hey, it's a warmer.
That is uncomfortably
They said
cold.
it's not just the cold for the kids, it's also buses don't start, diesel freezing, icy roads, poor visibility.
I understand that. That's a real reason.
My car was in the garage this morning, and it was still like single digits in my garage. And my car's like, where are we going, bro? What are we doing? Like starting up, just like, what where are we going? Why are we going somewhere right now? We should not be. We need to warm up. Like, this is stupid.
Well, at the beginning of winter, they'll cancel it for -2, but by the end of winter, they won't even cancel for -10.
Hold on, I want to talk
because you
about
get used to it as time goes on.
Alaska, snow days, like snow days, they're rare. Snow is expected, planned for, and cleared fast. Cities almost never have snow days due to the amount of machines and snow removal tools they have.
Tractors up there in Canada.
Schools usually only close for blizzards and whiteouts, extreme winds, ice storms, which are worse than snow, or unexpected heavy snow.
Understood.
I was going to say that.
Have you seen some of the equipment up there? It's so sick. It's so cool.
So here's the thing. I was going to talk about these cold days. Here's what the schools or the county need to do. Okay. Like you said. So last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, we had a cold day where it was like -8 wind chill or something like that. They canceled school. Right. Today is going to be -20. Tomorrow is going to be -8. The next day is going to be like -20. Right. I'll bet money the next 2 days those kids go to school when it's the exact same thing as it was before. And the superintendents, and it's like these schools play a game like, let's see if anybody else cancels. As soon as Boardman cancels, as soon as Paul cancels, we're going to cancel too. Yep. Or I wouldn't be surprised if they're calling each other.
Nobody liked that. Nobody liked the superintendent that was like, hey, we're not calling it. It's not that bad. And I was the last one to wait and call it. And like, these kids got to be in school and they got to be learning. Like, nobody likes you.
Or wait till 5.
You're such a freaking dork.
Yeah.
Like, stop being a dork.
Or wait till 5 o'clock in the morning and do it when so my
Right.
kids are starting to wake up. Then you freaking cancel.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Take pride in not canceling school.
So here's what they need to do. They just need to set a temperature, a straight temperature, -5 degrees, -10 degrees, or a wind chill of -15, and school's automatically canceled. Cross the board.
So that you could always plan for it.
So you can always plan for it. You know what it is, because I'm telling you, they're going to have school this week, and I'm going to freaking get pissy because
what is a comfortable amount of inches for you then, Luke, that you would cancel? What is it?
Comfortable amount of inches?
Comfortable amount of inches. Yeah.
Like, how many are comfortable amount of inches? I'd say.
I don't know. Are you a
max?
Are you a 6-inch gal? Or are you an 8 to 10 inch gal?
Probably 12.
12.
But
Dude,
if you
we're
get
only
12,
canceling at 12,
if you get 12
Goodness
inches
gracious.
the morning of where buses starting to travel, that's a different story.
Snow's
than
different than
Saturday.
cold. Yeah, cold. We're going to break these up into two different things.
Okay.
I think snow should be road conditions.
Yeah.
Right. With a call. I think cold should be a set temperature across the board.
I think that's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you see that app that Youngstown City basically was a street map of Youngstown? And when plows have been down those roads,
Really?
it showed green and red
That's
where they
cool.
haven't been
Wow.
yet. So I would say, like, if you had the technology to be able to grid out the sort of like how many roads been traveled,
Right.
75% would be schools to be had.
Yeah.
Anything less than 75%, no dice.
To be fair, if you get 3 inches at the right time,
Oh, it could be ice.
quickly, that could ruin the morning bus route.
Yep.
So
I agree. I think snow's got to be a
very
call.
much depends.
Snow's got to be a call. It's got to be a call, even if it's in the morning, which sucks.
Yeah.
Make the call.
Because if you get 3 inches at 9 p.m.,
it doesn't matter.
They can get to it.
They can get to it.
Yeah.
But if it's 3 inches at 5 a.m., you're a morning guy.
Yeah. Heavy snow. You get a snow band and you get 3 inches right before the
right at 5 a.m.,
Yeah.
you could be screwed.
Yeah. And all it will take is one bus going off the road and you're done.
Yeah. And you were getting so much shit from
As
all
a
those
superintendent, it's going to be, why did you cancel? Why did you cancel school? You killed my kid.
Ryan actually comments, he has been plowing everything but the driveway. Good for you, big
Those
dog.
snow days, big guy.
Good
Those
for you.
snow days.
I think 6, but my GF said 8 to 10.
I will tell you, as these two pointed out, 3 inches can bring disruption.
Yes,
every time.
If you know how to use a good 3 inches, you're fine.
Plow,
Yeah,
total plow,
Yeah.
3 inches.
you can totally do. You know what you're doing. You know, you're good. Satisfying. Some would say satisfying.
I want to say it again, just because I was so proud of my wife. Like my
Yeah.
wife is a straight, like she jokes around a little bit, but she's
Yeah.
most of the time very serious. And I said to her, "You ready to get those 16 inches Sunday night?" And she said, "What are we going to do it 3 times?" And I'm just like, "Oh,
What are we gonna do? It 4 to 10
she said
times?
4 times. What are we going to do? 4 times?" I'm like, "Oh," and I just walked to
It's
the
an
other.
aggregate.
Yeah, I was like, and
How about-
like I said, I was like, "Oh," and I gave her a high five because like that was the best thing you've ever said.
So I didn't have headphones, so all I was thinking about was sexual innuendos that I'm going to post on Facebook as I'm plowing my driveway. And I was like, the best I could come up with was what I posted on the MLO Bros, which was
Oh, dude, that was. Did you see his post?
No,
which was just like Ohio likes to relive the glory days sometimes.
Oh.
Or Ohio hasn't gotten this many inches since the 80s, just like your mother.
And we're offering plowing.
dude, be more subtle. Like that's too in your face. Like,
Dude, there
Just
were
like,
there were
just
comments.
like your mother.
There were comments on there like, "Oh my god, it's oh my god."
And then I put below it the MLO Bros plowing services. Call us, we'll plow your mom.
It was like, "Oh my god." Someone's like, "What's wrong with you?" Like it was
Ohio
so
hasn't
funny.
gotten this many inches since the 80s.
I
It's just like
apologize
your
for
mom.
derailing this
Just
with
like
my
your mother.
3-inch comment.
Oh, it was a good one. Where's it at? I gotta find it. It was good.
Call one more day. I was gonna post something like sometimes Ohio likes to relive the glory days and take 18 inches just like they did in the 1980s, just like your mother.
All right, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Will they cancel school game? How's that? Does that sound good with this cold?
So
Okay.
they canceled it already tomorrow. Poland
Poland is
kids
not
go,
canceled yet tomorrow.
but they canceled today.
Today is their home.
For cold.
I think everybody's home
Is
today.
it supposed to be
everybody's home.
colder tomorrow?
Yes,
Yes.
Are they going to cancel tomorrow
that's where Luke is going to go ballistic.
I am going to go ballistic
if they don't cancel it tomorrow?
because if you have the same temperature, well, here's the thing they can get away with tomorrow though, because they can say, because our road's still bad, like it's got snow on it. They could still say,
Josh says it's canceled tomorrow and Friday. Well,
No way.
that's your call, Josh. Make your calls. Make your calls in the comments. Let's do it. I'm looking right now here. I can't see the wind chill though. Hourly, daily. Let's see. Yeah, I can't see the.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty uncomfortable outside.
It
Coming
hurts.
into the
It
studio,
hurts.
it ain't fun.
No.
That's for sure.
Okay, Joe's pulling up the weather right now. Are you a WKBN person?
That's just habit.
Mm.
Yeah, these all say today.
Yeah, everybody's
they're-
closed today.
Oh, look, the nursing home's closed.
How do you close a nursing home? Put all the old people out in the street.
They all
Closed.
huddle them up in the middle of the cafeteria, like have a little fire going.
All right, tomorrow. So today, what is today? Today's okay. Wednesday, 13 degrees is a high, 2 degrees for the low. Winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, but it doesn't say the wind chill though.
Well, if they stay consistent and they cancel school all the way through February, as a parent and a taxpayer, are you happy about that?
I don't care.
Really?
I think it's better in this scenario. It's better to be safe than sorry.
What's gonna happen? Are they gonna freeze it? The kid's gonna freeze
Yeah,
it?
I think they're gonna
Oh.
freeze.
Dead kids all over the place,
Just
waiting for the bus, frozen by the
hundreds of
mailbox.
frozen children at the end of their driveways.
Mhm.
Well,
That's likely to happen.
So Poland doesn't do the driveway thing anymore. Well, for the little kids they do, but for the middle school and high schoolers, they meet at like a bus stop.
Okay,
So they have to walk
that's
down.
more efficient.
It is more efficient, but in the cold, they have to walk down past like all these people's piled up snow, right?
Yeah,
Down the road,
yeah.
and then wait for 5 or 10 minutes till the bus gets there.
What's the difference?
Cold.
I think these
wait in
kids
the
need.
house. Ben just waits in the house and runs out to the bus.
I think I agree with boomers on this one. Kids need to toughen up and just endure it.
Yes.
It's good for them.
Suck in the cold air into those lungs.
It's good for
A
them.
little bit of walking down to your best stops going to get the blood flowing,
Oh,
get the
yeah.
temperature up.
I mean,
Jared said we should rename this snowstorm Fern to Snowstorm Ron Jeremy for all the inches we got.
Yeah.
Brian-
Fern was a weak name.
Brian says, can they do? I I'm telling you right now, after COVID with doing remote learning,
Nothing gets done.
Refuse. I will straight up. They ever say you're doing remote learning,
Right.
I will send an email and say, make me.
Yeah.
I will not do it.
Speaking of
Will not do
COVID,
it.
how about the governor? Was it the governor who said, "Hey, we're on red alert. Don't go outside. You're not allowed to drive on the roads." How much did that one? Like, I was sitting there and I saw those emails or those Facebook posts. I'm like, looks like I got to make a trip to the store. Looks like you're gonna arrest me if I'm driving out on the road. I'm driving. Looks like I'm going to the store, honey. Like
I drove around for fun.
I did too. I got in my truck and drove around. 100%.
You think you're going to tell me I'm not allowed to go to the store? That makes more people want to go to the store.
Yeah.
I got to make a quick run, sweetheart.
Well,
I know I got a Nissan Sentra, but I'm going to make it.
So it's that red, yellow, blue thing, whatever
They
it is.
could arrest you if you're
But it's per count.
Nobody got arrested.
No, you're not.
What I was amazed with when I was reading about it, because I never saw that before.
Yeah.
There are 8 counties that don't do that. So the sheriff has to make the call. So the sheriff makes the call and says it's an issue, red issue, whatever, red alert, whatever. Mahoning County doesn't do that.
Sweet.
Mahoning and Columbiana don't.
Good.
Trumbull does. Mahoning.
I'm happy our sheriff isn't a little bitch. Listening to that bullshit. Telling us we're not allowed to drive on the street.
Well, I'll tell you this. When I was driving around, I put my tow straps in the back of the Jeep. I was ready to pull some people out of snow drifts. There were barely any people driving around. There was none.
Yeah.
Like one lady, she was in a little Giro Metro and she really struggled to get up a snow-covered hill. But other than that, there was nobody.
There was nobody on the street on Sunday. I can see 165, and there are always people cooking and trucks cooking up and down that street. There's nobody.
Even so, we came home from Cleveland Saturday night. We were out there. I said there was nobody there.
I mean,
there was nobody out Saturday night. We were driving home at like 11.
People adhered to that
because technically the snowstorm started at 7 p.m. even though they pushed it back. So everybody was getting warnings on there. I was getting warnings on my GPS driving home from Cleveland saying, "Hey, your drive's gonna get affected by a snowstorm," and the roads there was nothing.
Yeah, but there was nobody out there either.
Melissa said National Weather Service cold advisory for tomorrow says -21 wind chills.
I would say if you're making a thing that what do you think would be a good thing? -15? Well, what would be our line?
With wind chill or straight up?
Maybe we do both.
Okay. Straight up 0 degrees with wind chill -20.
So if it's below 0, you're off school. That's pretty
straight
light.
up
That's
0 degrees and -20 with wind chill.
That's fair. So and normally it'd probably coincide somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Melissa says my dad loves going to Sam's Club during a snowstorm because there's nobody there. The other little life hack I'll tell you: if you know it's going to rain in the spring and summer,
go to Sam's
Club. The slow-moving older folks do not go to the grocery store. So if you go to like Rulli Brothers, which the old people they love Rulli Brothers.
Rulli Brothers, awesome.
So you go on a day when it's raining, you got the store to yourself.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's a good tip.
Store to yourself.
I don't go to Rulli Brothers because I can't stand it.
Because by the time they park, get their cart, and walk inside, it's like they're going to get rained on, so they just don't go to the store.
That makes sense.
I'm telling you.
Then they get their hair did, and the rain destroys it, so they don't go out.
That's a good call.
Go to the grocery store when it's raining, and you'll have the place to yourself.
They have good meat at Rulli Brothers. Yeah. They have the lunch meat's fantastic, but I go in there and I want to grab a little old lady by her freaking blue hair.
The walkers, dude. They're like zombies. They're
I can't. I can't do it. I am not patient enough to do that.
I don't know what I'm going to do with 20 loaves of bread though. Like,
did you really go buy a bunch of bread?
I bought eggs, bread, toilet paper. Like I bought them out. Everything
why
was on the
toilet
shelf.
paper?
Because it was sort of like a currency. I felt like if we had Armageddon, that you'd be able to trade in toilet paper.
You want to hear my theory? You want to hear my theory about that?
Yeah.
How much does that affect the economy of Northeastern America? When a big storm rips through, everybody goes to the store and pulls every single thing off the shelves. My wife said shelves were empty Saturday.
They certainly were.
That probably boosts the economy or ridiculous, more than you would think.
I would say it would hit it. I mean,
more than you would think.
With the snowstorm that size,
it would impact all of the grocery stores. Get a boost of revenue.
Yep.
All of the different suppliers get a boost in revenue. It's that's good for our economy.
Shittown Farms. I've never heard of that.
Dude, Shilltown Farm. we started following.
It's Shill.
So there's Shilltown. Shittown Farms.
No, nobody wants to buy meat from Shittown Farms.
All right.
Sorry, it does.
God damn it,
Wait,
Joe.
no, hold on. In defense of Joe, if you step back, the L and the T
Yeah.
kind of blend
they
together.
blend
I saw
together.
Shittown
They
Farms.
do kind of blend. They
I
do.
wasn't judging
Shiltown
someone's last
Farms
name or something.
has
like
better meat.
Unfortunate. Shilt.
So there are two
Shilltown.
farms. There are
Okay.
two farms.
I saw
He
their
just called you a turd.
You turd.
So there are two farms out in, I believe it's like Jackson Milton Western
Yeah.
Reserve, and they, dude, I started following them. They fight,
They
and they're
send-
neighbors.
Yeah, it's a lady and a guy that run these pages and they compete with one another. And she was doing like a, hey, we're just monitoring the snow on the ground. We know that like the other farm has posted about the inches on the ground. And she's like, we're gonna measure here. There's only 3 inches on the ground here. Now the other farm probably thinks that's enough to get the job done, but we definitely are more of a 6 to 10 over here.
Love it.
Like
Dude,
just picking on it, like
so-
firing missiles back and forth. Like it's great.
So it's Shilltown Farm
It's
and
great.
Stoneway Farms, and these two go back and forth, crying,
so good.
crying.
It's so good.
Berlin Center. They're Berlin Center.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come get some lunch meat out there next time I did Berlin Center.
Yeah, when you guys posted Youngstown Cattle Company,
Yeah.
like I bought them out. Like I filled
No,
the
they're
freezer
great.
with those dudes.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
had
they're
a roast
fantastic.
yesterday.
How good is that meat?
I love it.
Yep.
Anytime you have a local company that sources their produce or their meats
Yep.
from a local
So
farm,
much better.
Love it.
Yeah, so much better.
So that's Ryan at Youngstown Cattle Company, and it was, I got 370 pounds of steak beef for like $1,800, like half a cow.
Yeah.
We have a free, and feeding my kids, it's ridiculous at this point, right? Dude, it is so good, the meat, like the
Is really good.
ground beef, the steaks, it's crazy.
Yo Cattle Company is the best. Ryan is super kind too.
And I will refer to you as Shittown Farms because that's amazing. They say three inches is
3
plenty,
inches
and
is
I
plenty.
totally
How
agree.
has Stoneway Farms not called you Shittown Farm yet?
if they change their name to Shittown Farms?
We have grown poultry, beef, and I'm coming, man. I gotta
Come
go
on
check
out.
that place out.
Berlin Center. Whereabouts is that?
Out past me. It's like
224 on the, it's down off at 224.
yeah, if you
Okay.
go Canfield,
224.
keep going down.
The other direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just said you set him up. I'm just surprised they've never
just
called
giving
you
him some
shit.
ammunition.
How has she not said Shittown Farm?
And what
yet?
I would do too is I would act like I'm saying it right. Like just act like shit, yeah. Old shit down farms down the
Go
street.
out
Use your Canadian accent.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And then they'd be like, no, it's like they'd correct them on the
Oh,
post,
she
like,
said
oh
they
yeah,
have.
no, you're right. You're
They
in
have.
Shittown Farms.
Where is it?
All right, I'll come by from Shittown Farms and I'll make a big
Is Berlin
spectacle
Center
of it.
not down 224? I swear to God, it's down 224.
Or maybe you're thinking Jackson Milton.
Oh, Jackson Milton's down there.
I don't know.
Where is Berlin
and like Milton, they get confused. They get confusing. Is it out down past Salem? Is Berlin
No.
out past Salem? Down 165?
Where's
Keep
Berlin
going?
Center? I swear it's off at 224.
I don't know. All those tiny places get me confused.
Can you do a search of Berlin Center? Where the hell is Berlin Center?
Well, that is on the other side. Of
You
Canada.
literally, Joe just looked it up and
Shittown
spelled
Farms.
it Shittown on Google. Just Google Shittown Farms.
Where the hell's Berlin Center at? Why don't I swear I thought I knew where
Joe,
it was.
it's Schilt. You're spelling it wrong.
Berlin Center,
Schilt.
Ohio. Okay, wait, let's see here. Yeah, I said that right. It's off of freaking 224. Ellsworth, yeah.
Moore's Farm, is that it?
No, that's the meat I
Dude,
get.
you got to set up a
That's the
Google
meat
for your
I
farm.
get from
Yeah,
From
make
Horst right
yourself searchable. I want to be able to find you.
So, yeah, dude, Isaac, we're right. It's down 224. It's kind of on the way to Lake Milton from your house.
Yeah.
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 I said that right. Yeah. I swear I'm coming down.
I wanted to see if Shittown Farms came up with anything.
I'll tell you
honestly.
what we got to start doing is we'll be like, hey, Shittown Farms and the other one, whoever brings us the most meat, start sucking
I
up.
like beef.
I'll tell
Bring
you
me
what.
the meat.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we should have them. If you guys both want to compete, who wants to sponsor the show? If you both want to sponsor the show, we'll run ads for you
Or-
on this show. Whatever you want to say about the other farm, we'll say it. I will say it into this
We'll
microphone.
read it.
Luke can represent the one farm. I will represent the other farm. You guys can fight over who you want,
This is so funny.
and we'll
What's
run ads.
your favorite cut of meat? Like if you get a
like a steak or
anything, any kind of
Dude, I love steak.
any kind of meat. What's your favorite cut?
Porterhouse.
Porterhouse?
I like the big
strip,
one.
like a New York strip.
A stripper?
Strips
Yeah.
aren't big enough.
They're not big enough.
I need a porterhouse. I
Isn't
need
a
like
porterhouse the strip and the?
yeah, it's like two together.
Yeah.
Seriously, they're
It's like
huge.
20 ounces. That's what I get when I take O'Keel to steak on
The porterhouse.
on MLK Day. Yeah.
What do you get, Joe? You get a strip. Don't
I
you?
like backstraps. I like a lot of venison backstraps. are my
venison
favorite
backstraps are famous.
Lamb backstraps are good too.
Yes.
Yeah. When we cook the lamb and then we chop everything up, we make sure to eat that as we're cutting it up so that nobody
the
else gets it.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. When we got this cow off Youngstown cattle, we had all these. We had steaks I hadn't even heard of before, like a
You
skirt.
did Canfield Fair. You did
Youngstown cattle.
Okay, all right.
Youngstown
gotcha.
cattle. I've got it like twice now. Like I said, it's just so much cheaper because you can get all these steaks for $5 a pound. You know, and you go to a store and it's like $19 a pound. It's
Right.
crazy the amount of the boys are spoiled now because of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. It's good stuff.
Oh, it's so good. Shilltown Farms. So I did want to talk about something serious here for a second.
What are we talking about?
We got called racist.
Of course we do.
No.
What else is new?
We got called racist. And I was like,
Which segment? Which
no. It was a
prompted
post
it?
I made.
Okay.
And
Do you think it's people who don't know us that because you see posts all the time where people drop in. It's from a person I've never seen before that are like, hey, you guys are this. Obviously, like it happens a lot from the clips that BJ makes in the back.
just one clip.
They'll
Yeah.
see a clip and they'll be like, okay, obviously you guys are this.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, you're taking this out of context.
Hey, what's up, man?
What up?
You stay warm?
Yes, sir.
Did you deliver mail yesterday or were you off?
No, I was here.
Ah, my man, dude, they made him come.
Yep, absolutely.
Well done, Isaac. We'll see you later.
Our man.
So
Yeah, so I think they see a clip and they're like, you guys are obviously this from that clip because these are your opinions in this specific topic. But it's like, no, like many topics, life is, and like everyone,
yeah.
it's not black and white.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a big convoluted, on this topic, I might be this way. On this topic, I might be this way. It's,
Right.
I'm an individual, independent thinker. I'm
Most
not,
of the clips get comments from people who aren't from around here. But you're talking about something that so it hits their algorithm.
right.
And it's probably hitting their algorithm because they look it up because they hate it so much.
Right. Or yeah. But
So-
it's like, okay, well, you just called us a Trumper. Like, obviously, I just got done. Like, and in that same podcast, I was critiquing
Yeah.
Trump. And in the comments of the podcast, I
Right.
was called a
Yeah.
leftward snowflake.
Yeah.
But then
It's crazy.
it's weird. It's very
so,
strange.
So I posted a picture of, and it was me, it wasn't Isaac, a picture of a coach
Mhm.
from Niles. Okay, there
Yeah.
were two pictures. And it's after a game,
Yeah.
which was confirmed. And the refs are walking down like a tunnel.
Okay.
And you can see it on our page. And the cop and the assistant coach are like holding this coach, like not grabbing him, but holding him, standing between the coach and the refs after the game.
Yeah.
I post it.
Yeah, you say, hey, this is.
I
You didn't
didn't
say
even
anything?
say anything.
Yeah,
I
you-
said
what was-
Niles girls coach being separated from the refs or something like that. right?
Yeah.
So
By
of
police
course,
had
when I
escort him.
post this, I know I'm gonna get the typical stuff. Hey, he's a good guy. Hey,
right.
don't talk about my brother.
And you've
Hey.
gone out of your way to not say like
Correct.
this is good or bad.
Right.
This just happened.
This
and,
is the
and
picture.
let the people
Correct. I
argue.
get people saying you didn't tell the whole story. Well, in my mind, the whole story is the coach was. And again, I didn't say this.
Right.
No coach at any level should go after the refs after a game.
Yeah.
I don't care, right? You
Yeah.
shouldn't do it. I know you're emotional. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I know it's hard. I know the coach, by the way, blew a 20-point lead. By the way,
Oh, he was upset.
right? So emotions are running wild. I get that. I coach basketball.
Right. Also, you had a bunch of people that I know and I trust their word
Yeah.
that were commenting saying, hey, I know this dude. He's a good dude.
Yes.
He might have had a bad day,
Yeah.
might have had a bad
We
game,
all have bad days.
and we get emotional,
Right.
but like good dude.
Right. So
And I trust that guy's word,
So then, all of a sudden, it starts.
Yeah.
You guys are racist. You only post this picture because he's black. And I'm being dead serious when I say this. In my head,
Never once.
never once did I think or even ponder it's a black guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna post this because it's a black guy, and I don't
never want. No, I
would
didn't
you-
even know. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Isaac, I didn't even think in my head. I'm going to post this picture of this black guy. Not once
That's
in my
just a
head.
coach. Yeah, that made a mistake.
So
Yeah.
there are 3 or 4 shares of people saying these guys are racist. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them going after a black man. This is why the blacks are. This is why the black people are kept down by the white guys. I went on their page.
You
and-
literally go like 2 weeks ago on my personal page. I posted a picture of me and my black friend that I took out to steak dinner for MLK Day. So like,
right. 2 weeks ago, just to remind everyone, I posted a white cop,
right,
a white
who was a
sheriff
coach.
who was a coach going after the referees. All of Lisbon, Ohio, which is, by the way, I googled this,
Yeah.
97% white,
Yeah.
wanted us dead.
Yeah,
So don't tell me it's a black-white thing. It drives me crazy.
yeah. They just assume, you know.
It's not even. It's
people
like
just assume.
it's just
Yeah.
the only thing they could come at us with, and it's like, give me a fucking break.
Think what you want, but go back and like. I think it's dumb of you to just judge based off of one post,
Right.
with nothing in it, with
Right.
nothing derogatory in it. And then number 2, it's like if you go back and watch our stuff,
During the election, I had somebody message me from a cheap account, a fake account, saying you're a racist because you don't you're personally going after
Tito.
Tito.
Like-
And I'm like, that's funny because the previous post I was supporting Derek McDowell the entire time, who's also black.
Right.
All it is, it's like
Yeah.
I'm so over it.
Racism across the board, when you really boil it down, is
That's what it is.
So stupid.
Right.
Like it's so stupid.
Right.
Why would I hate someone based on the amount of sun their skin absorbs?
So yeah, it's
Like why would I? It doesn't like. I don't care.
I just
Why would
I
I
was pissed.
care? It's so stupid.
Yeah, I was
It
pissed.
doesn't make any sense.
Right. But it's like, but here's the thing. So I wasn't even thinking it, but these 3 or 4 people were making these, shared this and said this. I go on their page and I'm like, here's this. Here's my phone number.
Right.
Call me. No phone calls.
Right.
And I'll tell you, it drives me crazy where you're going to come back like that and say that when it's not a racing. And to be honest with you, them sharing that and posting that make it a race thing at that point.
They're bringing up race. Yeah. when
Right?
you hadn't even brought it up.
I didn't
yet.
brought it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So that set me off.
Man, you need to get yourself some more black friends, dude. That's crazy.
I have plenty of black.
He's got Isaac.
I have
He does.
Isaac. I played basketball with a bunch of black guys. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. Screw you people. I just couldn't. So that was my rant the other day. So that's
You know
it.
what they say about assumptions, ladies and gentlemen? Makes an ass out of you and me.
Yep. So
You got O'Keel. You got Isaac. I need to get me a black friend. I really do.
If anybody would like to be Joe's black friend, we're holding
Volunteers?
open interviews.
I'm interviewing. Absolutely.
I interview. Have you seen on Facebook I remind me so much of you and O'Keel.
the 2 friends?
The
Dude,
2
I
friends.
love
Have you seen it?
those
No.
videos.
It's
They're
like
from Cleveland, dude.
They're from Cleveland?
I pitched this idea to O'Keel for years, and he didn't want to do it. And it's this they're like mid-20s. It's taking my black friend to do white people shit, taking my white friend to do black people shit.
Love it.
And they just switch off.
Yep.
So
I love
like
it.
one time they'll go do
Dude.
black people stuff, the next time they'll go do white people stuff.
Hysterical.
Dude,
Hilarious.
he gets like the white dude. He's the one the other day I shared and I was rolling. It was taking my white friend to get fried chicken in the trenches. That's what it was. It's like just a hood shop in the. So he makes his white friend put on a do-rag and he's waiting in line to get and get the chicken, and they get the chicken and he's sitting there and like the white dude's eating chicken and he looks up and a lady's like, "Hey, how are you?" And he's like, "Hi, I'm good." And he's wearing a do-rag, eating his fried chicken. And then the next video, the white dude takes his black friend to golf, and he has like 8 people, like 8 black guys go with him golfing, and they're riding around in the carts. And the white kid's like, "Please don't do that." And they're doing like donuts on the golf cart. He's like, "Please don't do that." And the white dude's like, there's like an old white guy driving by, and is like,
oh, we're gonna get in
Stank
trouble.
eyes,
That guy
for
is
sure.
just looking. He will not. It's so good. So good. Such good
Did you see?
content.
He's like, I'm taking my black friend camping. So they have this tent, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're camping, and all of a sudden, all these black guys come over. They're all like there, and he's like, guys, we're supposed to be camping. This isn't what we're supposed to look
Yeah.
like. And they're like, and then he's like, I'm gonna be honest, we're not in the woods. And they zoom over to the left, the liquor store's right next to it. Like,
Yeah.
just like
they were doing camping in the hood, and they were like in an abandoned building.
They went ghost hunting too. You gotta watch it. It's so funny.
Now
That's-
your friend groups, are you ethnically diverse? Do you have an Asian? Do you have a Palestinian? Do you have a Jew? Do you-
Our mom and
Hawaiian?
dad.
well, we've talked about this before.
this, but our mom and dad raised us. Like, I have this lamb roast at my house, right? And
We're
once
like-
a year in May, and my parents, because my dad was friends with a bunch of different doctors because he was a pharmaceutical salesman. Doctors like from all walks of life. So
We're like the United Nations.
Lebanese, Caribbean,
Indian?
Spanish, Indian. I have a
Nigerians have been there before.
Nigerians have stayed at my parents' house for weeks.
Egyptians.
I had a
Venezuelans.
Saudi Arabian dude shows up at my party. I think he went back to
Aziz, right?
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, did-
Aziz.
he went
Yeah,
back?
but I think he went home.
Huh.
But like all different walks of life. So you show up to this party and you're like, this is like a lot of different people that you wouldn't expect in the middle of the cornfields of South Range.
Yep.
So
And they show up.
yeah, they show up and it's awesome. I love it. And I was totally blessed to have all of this ethnicity in my life. And you don't even think anything of it because you're just brought up
Used
in
to it, yeah.
you know? So you don't even realize it. And then it's like, oh my God, I was so lucky to have like legit Spanish rice. Okay. Legit like Middle Eastern food.
Food's so good.
Like all this really, really good stuff from all over the world. And that's what I am. I'm a sucker for food. I don't care where you're from. And that's something that like, eating food with somebody is like, it's like a language.
Yeah.
Like, you can communicate them on a level of food. If I don't care where you're from, if you make good food, I will eat it. I will sit down with you. I will talk to you and let's eat some awesome food. Like it's the best. It's the best.
I've been to events where we're primarily white and there'll be a couple black dudes in the audience. And I
Yeah.
wonder, like when I've been on the other side of that, where I walked into a skating rink one time
Yeah.
and it was Urban Soul Night and I was roller skating
Fantastic.
where I was the absolute minority. And then
Yeah.
I had an amazing time. Everybody was respectful.
Yeah. When I worked on the cruise ship, I don't know if I told this story or not before. We were at what's it called? Trinidad? In Trinidad.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago, yes. And we had an overnight there. Okay. And the guys who play the steel drums were from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay. And they're like, Luke, my man, you're going to come with us tonight. I'm like, where are we going? We're going out drinking because, these guys like to party. So, okay, here we go, right? Into Trinidad and Tobago by myself, white guy from
Way
North Lima, Ohio.
A lot of Caucasians. there.
With
Tons.
with 4 black dudes, right?
Yeah.
They're like, we go into this local bar. I am the only white person with
Hell
about
yeah, dude.
500 people.
That's
Yes.
dope.
Okay.
That's dope.
And at first I was kind of quiet, and then I started drinking. And they're introducing me. The most fun I might have ever had in my entire life.
Yes.
Yeah. And like at that point, you're
Right.
having people come up to you like, hey, what are you doing here? You know?
Dude.
Like, hey, what you doing here, big guy?
These girls from Trinidad and Tobago,
Yeah.
black girls, were making me go dance with them.
Hell yeah, dude.
I am, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm
You're
like,
an exotic.
dude,
yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
a
they're
You're
like,
a trophy, dude.
dude, 100%.
trophy.
I had like 3 or 4 Trinidad and Tobago girls dancing around me. One's
Yeah.
like grinding on the front.
Yeah,
I'm like,
let's go.
I'm like,
Big
she's
booty
gonna-
Trinidad girls
she- I'm
dancing
like-
on it.
I'm like, she's did. I'm like,
Mhm.
she is gonna be so disappointed if she feels this thing compared to everybody else in this place.
That's racist.
I
That's
totally
racist to
But I
assume.
thought it.
That
I
is racist
totally
to
thought
assume.
it.
Maggie
because I'm
is
just like,
listening
She's going to
and
be
she's
disappointed.
She's gonna be
sweating.
so like she's grinding. I'm just like, oh, this is so sad. But it was the most fun I ever had. I got so hammered in Trinidad. I came home at 4 o'clock. That was awesome.
Joseph Midlick says, and I love to cook. Dude, I know you love to cook. Joey
Well,
Bistro, he cooks some food. He posts.
So Isaac does the lamb roast, and he invites every ethnicity.
You were there.
100%.
Dude,
Joe was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it rules, man. I love
Joe
it.
was there.
That's the secret sauce right there.
Yeah, you gotta have, because the thing is, you gotta have people in your life when shit hits the fan from the and some stuff pops off from the black community. I have O'Keel that I call, and I'm like, listen, man, how do you feel about this? You know, and it's like no judgment-free zone. Me and O'Keel joke with each other, and like, but it's like, okay, judgment-free zone. I have a what might be looked, if I asked a random person, this might be looked at as racist.
Yeah.
But because you're my friend, I have this question. Can you answer it for me? I just want to know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Like
Food and music
Yeah.
unite us.
And sister, O'Keel's sister were coming to town, and O'Keel's mom would send food back. Bro, let me tell you,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Wait,
I am in.
We
Let's go.
had to cash in on the call O'Keel the other day.
For what? What was that?
The boys had to.
Why? What they ask him about?
So Cameron got a fish tank
Okay.
and got goldfish.
Okay.
Okay. And we're looking at these goldfish, and he names all these goldfish. So
Okay.
there's like a white one with orange, which is real big. He calls it Magnus.
Okay.
There's an orange one. He calls it, I forget, like muckus and
I don't know
ruckus.
how we're gonna make this about.
Hold on.
Race.
Hold on. It's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming. He had a little black goldfish. He named it Killer.
Oh, dude, that's.
That's suspect.
Did you have to pull the is it racist question?
so like I know he's like, I named the black one Killer. And Lucas, so the 11-year-old's Cameron, the 14, Lucas is like, dude, that's racist. And Cameron's like, no, it's not. He looks like a killer because he's little and
Yeah,
he's gonna,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it was so hard. And Cameron's like, or Lucas is like, you cannot name it Killer. It's a black goldfish. So I'm like,
make
all
the
right,
call.
gotta make the
Make
call.
the call.
We gotta make the
What did
call.
O'Keel? What did O'Keel say?
So we call him, and Cameron presents his argument. It says, "Hey, Uncle O'Keel, here's what we got. We got a black goldfish." And Lucas is like,
Is it offensive?
Lucas is in the background. He called it Killer, right? And O'Keel's like, well, why did you call it Killer? He's like, well, because he's littler than the other fish,
Yeah.
and he's gonna fight.
He's meaner. He's more
meaner,
aggressive.
He's gonna fight. He's
He
gonna,
likes to steal from the other fish in the fish tank.
right.
Is
And
that
O'Keel-
is that
and O-
racist?
No, nothing about steal. But he's gonna be little. He's got to be tough. So I call
He
him Killer.
steals the bikes of
Yeah.
all the other fish in the fish tank.
Oh my god, that was racist. and O'Keel's like, you know what? I would say call him Killer. It's a great name for him. It's
Aw,
not
good
racist
for- good
because
for
you know what I
him.
mean.
Yeah.
Now had Cameron said, "Well, I'm calling him Killer because he's black," then it would be a problem, right? But no, it was good.
Isn't black gold oil? Yes. Is that racist?
No.
I think it's black gold because it's worth a lot of money and it's
Right.
black.
Yeah, it's black gold.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes it racist, Matt. That doesn't make any sense. Have you ever seen the Key and Peele sketch where they talk about black ice?
Black, yes, that's a
The
good
black
one.
ice one is
Yeah.
fantastic. If you ever watch that one, watch Black Ice one.
Also, the Obama giving a speech and talking about the gays, and every time they say gay, they go they zoom in on the one guy. They zoom in on
Oh, dude, and he's like,
and he's like in the gays, and then they like zoom in, and he's like, and then he's like, yeah, they keep every time he brings up gays, they keep going to him. He's like,
Key and Peele's the best. Talk about making fun of race. Key and Peele is fantastic. How about the racist zombies? Do you ever see that?
No.
The racist zombies with Key and Peele, where they're going down the road and there's a zombie apocalypse,
yes,
and then
yeah,
with
they
Kevin
go-
Sorbo,
yeah, yeah.
and Kevin Sorbo gets eaten.
Oh, dude, the other day. So speaking of this, we like I said before, I take O'Keel on MLK Day. I take him to get a steak dinner. Okay, so on MLK Day, I post, "Hey, I've been doing this for 10 years. I take O'Keel, my black friend, to get steak on MLK Day." Ian, big gay Ian
Yeah.
from our group,
Yeah, but yeah.
he messages, he's like, "Hey, I'm expecting steak dinner in June for Pride Month." I'm like,
Done.
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 I'll take
Done.
you. I'll take you to steak dinner on
Done.
in
What,
Pride
what do
Month.
you do for O'Keel during February? Black Pride
Went
Month?
to dinner.
No, I don't.
Black History
Oh,
Month.
February.
See, the thing is, it's like, O'Keel, I'm not going to keep spending
It's a
money,
whole
dog. It's a whole month. Okay, you do whatever you want. We can have Black History Month. Okay, but like, I just took you to dinner, dude, in January. Okay,
You
So-
paid for his dinner?
Yeah, I paid for a tomahawk steak. Ooh, or a porterhouse steak.
Ooh.
So yeah, paid for steak. But Like do it every. I don't. What do you want
Not
me
a
to
whole
do?
month.
No, like it's not even about. It's like okay, I already took you to. How many things do you do for me during? Do you take me to dinner for
White
White
History
History
Month?
the other 11 months?
Right.
So, but Ian messaged me, my gay friend, and said, "Hey, you got to take." It's like, I have 2 gay friends named Ian. Isn't that kind of strange? Isn't
Yeah, I
that
think that's-
statistically a little strange?
Ian, what's his name? Gandalf. Ian is also
Ian,
gay.
he's also gay.
He's also there's a lot
I
of
don't know,
gays.
Interesting.
My
Pattern? I don't know.
June in the month of June, I have to take my gay friend to a steak dinner.
Speaking of steak,
We'll
where's
be eating meat, lots and lots of meat.
we don't have any good well, I can't say we don't have any, but our ratio of good steakhouses isn't very
No,
good.
you got to go up. You got to go up to Cleveland or Pittsburgh to
yeah.
get a really good steak.
Yeah, ours are
But
okay. Like the
we
Chop
went-
House in Warren's okay.
We have gone to Texas Roadhouse for the
but that's
past-
just like a steak.
Yeah, that's
honest to
normal.
God,
Yeah.
it was good though. It
Yeah,
was
it's a
very
good steak, but
Yeah.
like we've gone to this place we've gone to in Cleveland are amazing. I forget. There's a one. You ever been to the Marble Room in Cleveland?
No.
Google it. It's like an old bank, dude. It's you'll go in there and spend $500, but it's really really good. So
Can I tell you what I'm doing this afternoon?
what are you doing?
I have volunteer work to do at the Vienna
Ooh,
building.
they
Are
called
you
it
going
in.
up there? They called you.
it in.
Wow.
Yeah, he was quick on that. We talked last week, and me and Mike and also Mr. Computer are all going to meet in
Mr.
the,
PC.
Oh, is it computer or PC?
I think it's Mr. Computer.
I want to address him correctly. So,
It's actually Dr. Computer.
all right, Dr. Computer. We're going to take a
Call him-
look at the
Call
audio.
him Dr.
Now,
PC.
I do not have high hopes.
You
I
don't.
do not.
Why?
Though Poland, when I dealt with them, they had sort of when they had their board meetings or their commission meetings,
Wait, was it the township or the village? You went township. Okay.
and so they had a sound system, PA, microphones,
Yeah.
and they just needed to pipe it into some kind of streaming.
Right.
In Vienna, they have nothing. The only thing that's covering audio and video is that stupid OWL device. So they have literally anything you can hear or see is coming from a little $1,000 device that's sitting
Do
on.
they
a
have
Sounds like
microphones?
Mr. Computer sold them on a stupid OWL
Well,
device thing, and it ends
you
up
gotta-
being a piece
listen,
of
I'll
crap.
defend Mr. Computer here. They're not dealing with any money whatsoever in
Yeah, and
this
he even
area.
said that.
Like zero
yeah.
money. So if I went to a provider and said, "Hey, I've got $800 to spend. Do the best you
Why
can."
don't you just stream from your phones?
It's the sound is the problem.
Yeah, sound.
And get
Sound
little,
is going
get
to be
little
the issue.
lapel mics, stream from freaking your phones.
You're basically referencing things that cost money. They have zero. So you have to use things that they have at their disposal, which is zero.
Why don't you donate from your own pocket because you ruined everything? Like, why don't they just donate?
Why don't you
a
use some
couple
of that
hundred
money?
Well,
bucks?
everybody who's
Yeah.
there knows that when they ran for that office, knowing that they were in big turmoil because of the financial
Yeah.
stuff, and that they have absolutely no money. So I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt and think that they're doing the best they can with what they have at their ability. I'm halfway tempted to make a donation for some audio equipment
Yeah.
to just get them going.
That'd be
To just
great.
get
Do
them
they
going.
have a sound system to
Zero.
talk?
No sound
So
system.
in the room when they're doing
they
their
just talk.
really?
Just talk to the audience. There's no PA. There's no microphones.
Wow.
There's no amplifiers.
Wow.
There's nothing.
Wow. Really?
Mhm.
That's so you couldn't even grab that and stream
No,
it.
there's
then.
nothing to grab. It's just people talking in a room like it's the 1980s.
So that's why even the owl. I did go on and watch some of their owl stuff, and the sound's still terrible.
Yeah,
If you watch the owl
because
stuff,
everybody is 10 feet away from where that owl
from
is.
the owl is. Wow. However, you tell Mr. Computer, whatever his name is, microphone next to the owl system is not going to interfere.
It's not going to interfere.
Will you please tell him that?
All right.
Tell him
Theoretical, but yeah, not
It's
practical.
not-
practical.
These computer people are just stupid.
They're awful. They're terrible people. Do you think it's gonna be he and I kind of getting into it, or do you think
I
it's gonna
hope.
be
Can
all
you
right?
record it if you do?
Can we come?
Do you think
No.
when you
we'll make it so awkward.
Joe, as a nerd, when
Yeah.
you get into do you ever get into arguments with other computer
Yes,
guys
all the time?
and act like you when they act like they know more than you in
Yeah.
terms of technology? Is it like gym bros that go to the gym and act like they can outflex the other guy?
Is there a lot of flexing?
All the time.
Oh, if you're gonna do 225, I can lift 225 bench press, no problem. Is it
100
like that?
That's exactly.
You're welcome.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
The ego that's in this
It is?
industry is
See,
high.
men are still men, even if they're dorks or
Right.
meatheads. They're still guys.
Yeah. I've been owning
Fair.
them my
Yeah.
entire career,
Right.
so it's no different.
Yeah, you've been owning them your entire career.
Entire
That
career.
sounds like a meathead at the gym. That's really jacked.
You know, like I could do 250
Right,
on this
right,
TCP/IP
Yeah.
connection.
He's probably thinking the owl won't focus on the speaker without the internal. Well, according to what I read when I got into it with him on Facebook, is it's the owl's a wired mic.
So it's made for you set it up a table like this,
Like
and you
this.
got 3 presenters, and you're close enough to the system that it does a video conference. That's what it's
And
made
you
for.
talk, it'll film you.
It films me,
but
does
the
audio.
owl has its own microphone in it.
Yes, but you start going 10, 12 feet away.
It's never gonna work.
It's not intended for that.
Well, you're going to pick up people talking in the crowd.
Why
and
don't we
everything
use one of those in here?
No. I do real stuff here. So
else. Could you do an owl right here? And
I could do it. It would be terrible.
yeah,
Terrible coverage. Like the camera would be nothing but panning to the next person in slow motion. It's not fast. So it'd be like
so he said it was $3,000 for the owl or something like
it's
that.
probably like $1,200 is what it costs.
Okay, that makes more sense
Yeah.
because for $3,000 you could have gotten
Yeah.
5 or 6 mics. You could have gotten.
Well, these
3 or 4
cameras, these
See-
cameras are $1,000 a piece.
Well, okay, you don't need these cameras.
That's
You
what
could've
these
just done
computer
normal-
a
companies-
mixing board that's $500. You got
Don't need that.
microphones that are $500.
don't need that. You could have set that
You
up.
could do like little lapel
Yeah,
mics for
yep.
$200 a piece.
Yep.
Into a cheap mixing board
Right.
and a couple of webcams,
And you'd be fine.
Way better.
See,
Yeah.
these computer companies, they upcharge. It was $1,200.
Here
He
you go.
said, here's $1,800 on top of it. They won't know any better. We'll charge.
You know,
That's
they-
a good segue into Youngstown
I
Computer.
will
Youngstown
not-
Computer
I will
would
not let
never
you
do
throw me
that to
under the
you,
bus.
the viewer.
You know what
okay?
he needs to do? He
All
needs
right,
to do.
fine.
Youngstown Computer just needs to do a flat fee no matter what service he does.
Right. Yeah. What's
Totally-
this sound
I
like?
do.
I
do
feel
a
like
flat
they're
fee.
taking
Just
too
a-
much. It sounds like
It
a
sounds like he's
commission.
taking too much
It
commission.
sounds like he's
yeah,
taking
it's
a
taking too
commission.
much money.
What other industry does Joe complain about all the time about a commission or upcharging too much? Huh.
All those people who rape people on their real estate.
Owner,
Those
yeah,
people.
the
yeah.
real estate. So here's what you're going to do,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. You want to be better
6% of
than
$1
the
million.
normal
Let's do
scammy
$60,000
computer company.
to post a couple
You
of
call Youngstown
Let- let-
Computer.
let's post
Youngstown
it in our
Computer will
MLS.
shoot you straight.
and
And then here's the other thing. You don't want to call the other gatekeeping real estate agents and
No,
loan officers.
no,
you want to call
no
Isaac
competition.
or Luke
No.
from Rebel Mortgage.
You want them
They'll
to
help you with the
compete against
lowest
one
interest
another.
rate. Joe, I'm trying to give an
I'll
ad
do
here and you're
one-
talking over me.
I know you're doing a good thing, and I'm totally gonna take. I thought you were
You're
going
going to want to call
but I was committed.
Rebel Lending for your mortgage services. And also, me and Luke, we're real estate agents for EXP Realty. We'll shoot you straight. We're not. Actually, I don't think legally I'm allowed to talk bad about other real estate agents.
But they
So
suck. I can
You
talk
can
about
generally
anybody. They
talk
suck.
about
I am an
like
honest.
in general. You
I
can't
am an
name one.
honest real estate agent who will take care of you, explain everything at like a 7th grade level, so it's easy to understand and not
Can
complicated.
I throw something
and
out there
not
real quick?
screw you over.
Real
That's what I
estate
can promise.
agents that have enough business so they don't have to fuss about an individual transaction treat people fair. The ones that do 2 transactions a year, they need that commission so bad, they're desperate for it. They do really gray area things to be able to get their money. That's the difference.
Yeah, I think that there are bigger real estate agents. Okay?
Like Rebel.
No, that's a mortgage company. That's not a.
Oh,
Yeah,
bigger.
good.
Okay.
No, so there are big real estate agents that get a lot of business. That when they get a lot of business, they start hiring people underneath them. Okay, and when that starts happening, they like demand a certain amount of commission no matter what. Okay, and then it's like, just all I ask is, as a person who's either buying or selling a house, make sure you know if you're paying your real estate agent at the end of the transaction how much they're getting. Industry standard is somewhere between 5 and 6%. If they're making
No, in selling that.
selling the house
Yeah.
is like 5 to 6% is what you should pay as a seller. Just understand that. And if you're getting up there 6.5%, or you're as a buyer, you're paying a full 3%, or like, just know what the industry standard is. Use ChatGPT to know what the industry standard is. And if you or somebody in this transaction is being paid more than that, then it's like, just
Wait.
be aware of that.
You got to watch for fees. What they'll do is they'll charge you 3%,
percentage, and then they'll throw $1,000
or
on top of it.
2,000. Wasn't there some of them more than that?
Yeah, there's some like, and that's none of my. So like, I'm listing a house. I make my 3% selling a house. The buyer's agent, the seller is offering 2.5% or 3% to the buyer's agent. And then the buyer is making money from the seller. And then they're also making $1,000 from the buyer, or they're also making another 2.5% from the buyer. That buyer's agent is making like 5.5% in this entire transaction. And it's like, hey, Mr. Buyer, you just made that, like you paid an additional percentage that you probably didn't have to pay. So just make sure you're using an honest agent that is explaining everything to you correctly, and you know how much money your agent is making and if it's higher or lower than industry standard. Super important.
Fair.
Super important. But just like any industry, you need somebody you can trust.
Right.
You need to use a good, reputable company. Don't just use a fly-by-night or a big, huge realtor that does so much business they don't give a shit about you. Like,
or so if we ever did business and I brought it home to you, $500,000 house, and I started, hitting you with commission or the percentages and whatever, you'd negotiate with me, and I know you'd be fair with me. I know that you would try to give me good value for what you're going to collect.
That's the other thing. Everything in real estate is negotiable. You need to know that everything in real estate is negotiable at all times, no matter what it is. If your agent says no, we don't do that, that is false. That is false. Everything is negotiable. How much you pay your agent for listing the house, negotiable. Now, if you say, Isaac, I only want to pay you a commission of 1% to list my house, I will say, Joe, here's why that's not a good idea. And I know I'm worth more than that because industry standard is this. So you can find somebody who will list that house for you for that. But the costs that I have into helping you, because I'm giving you better service than the average agent, I'm worth more than that. So
what if the services that, like, I had somebody lined up already and I just needed you to do the paperwork, I offered you 1%.
You already have the photos.
You're going to be $5,000 to do this commission. You'd take it if you felt it was justified?
That's a $500,000 house. Yeah. For 1%. Yeah. I think about
it. You take $5,000 if really you didn't have to do much.
The thing is, the $500,000 house though, would have more into it than you realize. So if you come to me with photos, you have everything done. Like, I offer home cleaning to my listings. So I have somebody come out and clean the house for free. You don't get charged. Okay. Have you thought about that? Like, that's the value that I'm adding. That
I have my house cleaned every week. Okay. Like, somebody comes out. Okay. Like, that's not even necessary, bud.
Okay. And then I'm going to, all the time I have involved in putting it into the computer. And do you want me to hold open houses?
No. I already got a buyer lined up.
How about our?
Oh, you already have a.
This is freaking lined up.
If you already, I do that all the time. Yeah, I literally offer that service.
This is what's fair. This is what's fair.
I actually recommend doing that. Okay, because here's the thing that sellers don't realize: for sale by owner. Okay, you go into a for sale by owner, you're buying your house off of your neighbor, or buying the house off of your neighbor. For sale by owner. I'll do the paperwork for you, and I'll charge you 1%. Okay, take that, because if I do the paperwork for you and I screw up, either in the seller's favor and the buyer's favor, you can sue the agency that I work for, and the agency has lawyers and a fund ready to go to say, hey, sorry, our mistake, here's $10,000, go away, before it even gets to court. If you do the paperwork or the seller does the paperwork and you do it incorrectly, you have to sue them directly, and God only knows what's going to happen.
$20,000 out of the gate.
Who knows what's going to happen?
So that 1% is worth
insurance.
Taking a professional to do it right. Absolutely.
It's an insurance policy.
100%.
And people don't realize that. It is totally an insurance policy. So get an agent, and I'll do it for you. I do it. I offer that all the time. Hey, if you need financing, I'll help you with financing. If you want me to do just the paperwork and you're buying it off a family member, let me do it.
100%.
Pay me the 1% to just type it up and knock it out, because then you don't have to worry about, like, there's things involved in the transaction that you're not planning ahead for.
Like, if you have a septic system, did you get the septics checked? Because the county requires that, you know, and you don't know
And
that.
I would never
You would
realize
never
that as a
realize
seller.
if you have a septic system, it needs to be checked before you close because Mahoning County requires it in any transaction. Inspections, like I would press a seller as a buyer to get an inspection. But if you're dealing with a seller, it's like, no, the house is fine. It's fine. Legally, they have to fill out disclosures to sell their house. Did they get you disclosures saying everything that could possibly be wrong with the house or anything that they fixed in the past couple of years? Yes or no? Probably not. But you don't know that you're legally required to get one of those from
and
the
not
seller.
lie on the form and say you checked
Correct.
something you didn't check.
So there's a whole bunch of things throughout the transaction that could go wrong that is worth that 1%.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
It's just safety insurance.
right. It's insurance.
I like we have this conversation regularly, Isaac, because I think you and we would do business together.
Yeah.
We would.
Lefty says, "Yo, bros."
He would not be as accommodating as you. I'll deal with the
I'm really
reasonable
good at
MLO,
mortgage
bro.
stuff. You can call me for mortgage stuff. I do real. I love real estate. I do it all the time. But I you know,
Mortgage is easier because he doesn't have to go anywhere.
Mm.
He could sit on his computer. If you dealt with us, you would probably, and you want to, like, you're a buyer, you're probably going to deal with me for your real estate, and you're going to deal with Luke for your mortgage because he can sit at home and not do anything.
that's not what it has to do with it. It has to do with the fact I feel like I've been doing mortgages for 21 freaking years.
It has nothing to do with you not wanting to drive and show a house.
Well, let's do that too. I mean, if you want.
I think it's like
Slacker.
somebody's like, hey, can you show me a house? Luke has to like physically go out of his way to actually show them.
The-
He rolls his
the-
eyes.
I
he
show
grunts
houses
and
all the
groans.
time. The problem is I have 3 boys that play sports, and everybody works during the day. So everyone's like, "Hey, can you show me a house at 6 o'clock?" I have basketball.
No, and my
practice, I have
schedule's open.
football
I
practice,
actually like.
I mean, it's crazy.
I actually like the real estate more, honestly. Be completely upfront and honest because it's easier and there's not as many things that can go wrong.
Variables, yeah.
There's not as many variables. And it's like I'm a people person. I get to go talk to them and hang out with people and get to know people. And it's really cool. Win people over.
Right. It's just,
You know,
Can I ask you a political question? Because I want to know how you feel about this.
Yeah.
The shooting in Minneapolis.
Okay.
The dude who had a gun in his waistband was disarmed, and a bunch of cops executed this person. They're claiming, fearful of their lives, that this armed man was, aggressive towards them. And the other side saying that the guy was disarmed, he didn't pose a threat, and whatever.
Right.
Your thoughts on
Okay.
that?
was the gun out or not?
The gun was already taken away from the guy. It
So
was
he
already-
didn't have a gun
He
on.
did not have a gun.
So why'd they shoot him?
Because they thought he had a gun on him because ICE is paid $200,000 per person or whatever. And they didn't properly communicate. Hey, I got the gun off of him. I'm getting out of here with the gun. They didn't communicate
So he
that.
didn't have the
so
gun
they
on
got
him.
So the dude that
scared.
shot had
They
no
got
idea that the
scared
gun
and
was
they
already
thought he had a
removed.
gun and
Wow.
they shot him dead
Wow.
execution style.
Wow.
10 shots.
Yeah.
Not 3, 10.
Dude, it's a mistake. Like,
Yeah.
here's the
Wow.
thing, Joe. Number one, you used to be libertarian.
I am libertarian.
Everyone
still.
has
You're not.
their
I
right
am.
to bear arms.
Yes.
Okay. The problem is there are no rules for ICE. It's not that they're not held to the same standard as police. It's messed up. Okay. Also, you're allowed to have a gun on you. Okay.
Yes.
You're allowed to have a gun on you. Okay. And this guy, yes, I don't think it's smart that he went to a rally or whatever it was with a gun on him. I don't think it's smart, but he's allowed to have it. Okay.
True.
And then they jumped him. I don't know what led up to that situation. I don't know if this cat was talking crap to the ICE agents and told them that he had a gun on him and they were like swarmed him, because I don't know what the lead up was. All I see in the video is 5 dudes on, or however many dudes on top of him, trying to disarm him or whatever. And then they do not communicate efficiently. And then they get scared and then they shoot him execution style.
Right.
That's not good.
No.
No. Why do you not? If you're paid $200,000, you would think, or whatever, you would think that they would be smart enough to handle the situation better. They need to be held to a higher standard. You know as well as I do, we always complain that like big government is inefficient and is ineffective. Okay. We always talk. I am
I will always be on the side of individual freedoms. And I feel like this guy was taken advantage of, and it was not handled properly by the government. If it was a leftward leaning guy or a rightward leaning guy, I don't care. This ICE is overstepping, and it's becoming an authoritarian organization, definitely.
So if a person is
With
armed,
no rules.
concealed carry, open carry, whatever.
Yeah.
You as a law enforcement officer, do you treat them any differently? So
Of course you treat them differently.
Okay, how?
Of course.
Like what are you considering? What are
Yeah. Hey, I know you have a gun on you. Please do not go. Like they say, do not go for your guns. Put your hands where I can see them. All that good stuff.
you
that cops
behave
doing all the,
differently, right?
Of
You
course.
get pulled over, you have
Yes.
a gun on you, you
Yes.
say, hey,
I have a gun.
Of
Yeah.
course.
and the officer says, put it on the seat and stay far away
Yeah,
from it.
yeah. Or you pull over. I've heard cops use the, hey, I won't show you yours. I won't show you mine if you don't show me yours.
Right.
That's all I got. You know, I understand that you're allowed to have a gun in the state of Ohio. It's cool.
When you touch fire, do you expect to get burned?
Okay, Dean. But at the other rightward leaning conservative rallies, when all these guys are having guns on them, okay, is that cool? Because
Well,
they're allowed to
okay,
have guns
so a guy has
at their
a-
rallies, and you think it's cool
A
because
guy has a rifle strapped to his chest
Yeah.
and he's protesting.
yeah,
If he starts tangling with police, is that different?
we
from
don't
when,
know what led up to that situation. I have no
That's
idea
the
what
problem.
led up to that
You
situation.
don't really see. I think I saw one video where the
Yeah.
cop walked up and pushed him.
Yeah.
But
If
that's
this
all I
dude,
saw.
if this dude
Yeah.
was being a piece of shit and he's, like you said, playing with fire, but I don't know. All I see is 6 guys or however many guys it was jumping on this dude
And then shoot him.
and then taking his gun, and that dude like takes it and like runs away. Why are you not communicating in a professional manner with the other officers so that you don't execute somebody and all of your other guys know that they're safe? There were mistakes made. I don't care.
I agree with that.
I don't care what you believe in terms, like, you need to understand that mistakes were made. And both sides need to start realizing when their side screws up, it's okay to admit problems and fix them. Because and the right's like, oh, now the left stands behind their freedom to bear or right to bear arms. Now they stand behind the Second Amendment. Good. I'm happy the left is getting a history lesson and looking up how important freedom, the Second Amendment is, because you defend your First Amendment right with your Second Amendment right.
That is funny how there are the left
I'm
stuff.
so happy because now you're giving more ammunition, so to speak, when they're in charge and they're saying, hey, you're not allowed to have guns anymore, and you say no. Look at
Right.
5 years ago when you guys were claiming it does not matter which side is in power, and it does not matter which side has the guns, because the Second Amendment is there for you to have guns, for your enemies to have guns. It's to defend their freedom of speech from both sides.
So I saw a black dude sitting on the back of a pickup truck with a rifle around him during a protest.
Sounds good.
He didn't die this weekend.
No.
Right? You know why? Because he didn't aggress the police and the officers.
But we don't know. We don't know, Joe, if this dude was aggressing the police. I haven't seen any of those videos. I haven't seen the lead up. I just know that all I see is 6 dudes in a video. The gun gets pulled away. They don't communicate it. They get scared and they shoot him execution style. That's unacceptable.
All right, let's wait for a couple more days to go by. Get more evidence, get more video
I'm all
footage,
for
and
it.
find an
And I
investigation.
do think that there is too much of that. There is too much freaking out on social media because we don't have all the information, and then people go onto their sides. They draw the line down the sand and
100%.
say, no, everybody's wrong on the other side. The other thing that the left does that drives me freaking bonkers, and I see people my age doing it all the time, is like they post about it, right? They'll post and say, this is so wrong and it's bad, which I agree with. But then they're like, hey, if you're not posting about this and you're not spreading the word about how bad this is and how bad the right is, then you're a bad person.
Silence is violence.
Yeah, silence. I'm so tired of that bullshit from the left. Like, no, people are busy and they don't have to post on their story on social media that this is bad or else they're bad people. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I have to go because Cameron has a doctor's appointment.
All right, you can go.
You guys finish up. Keep going.
Joe, do you want to sit here or over there?
I'll sit.
Cameron has a doctor's appointment. Love you all. Bye. Seriously.
Bye, everybody.
I just got a text reminding me. I'm like, crap.
Joe, let's go to the comments real quick.
Sorry, everybody. Kids call. Love you guys.
Bye, Luke.
What do you think about a girl who tried to throw a flashbang back at law enforcement and got her hand blown off?
I saw that.
Dude, like that is something where it's like, no, they were in danger. You were arming yourself in a way that you were going to try and cause harm to them. No, like you're that is a situation where it's justified.
Stupidity.
If that's the case, I don't know. They may have been looking for V-neck sweater, Joe. I don't know what that has to, I like his V-neck. Julie says he was helping a woman that got shoved to the ground. His last words "Are you okay?" Yeah, and then the right labels him a terrorist. Like, okay, we don't have all of the information.
100%.
And just because the right thinks that ICE can do no wrong, that's not true either.
Right.
Because if it was the opposite, if it was the left that created an ICE, you would be much more critical of them and you would be calling them authoritarian. Because I think it's getting to ICE does not have enough rules of engagements and rules that they have to follow. They don't even have the same rules that the police have to follow. I don't think that's a good idea. And I think that from face value is authoritarian. Not good.
But they're not a public facing entity. So the local police should be creating separation from the public and a federal agency that has a completely different job to do than dealing with the public and protests. They're not formulated for that. That's not part of their job description.
I saw a really interesting video of a military guy. He's over in Afghanistan. He was talking about how when they were in Afghanistan, they were in a place where they were not wanted. If you're ICE and you're going into a city where there are a high population of people that are possibly illegal immigrants or just immigrants, and you're going to go in and stereotype people and pull them out of cars, you're not going to be wanted there. Okay. So this military,
is that your standard? That's a dangerous standard.
What? That they're not wanted?
Let's just say a community says we don't want people writing speeding tickets. And you have enough of a community that says we're going to get in the way of speeders and we're going to flash our lights and we're going to get in front of the laser readers and whatever.
No, I get
so you're saying that we're going to take lawlessness and make it, because the most people want lawlessness, we're going to somehow give it our stamp of approval.
All I'm saying is when this military guy, when he was in Afghanistan, he's like, listen, we were taught to de-escalate the situation before anything else. And since we know these people here do not want us here, it's not good PR to just go in guns blazing and look like the bad guys. So I think ICE should take that same approach and realize that there is a spotlight on you and you have to be better than what they're currently doing. There has to be rules of the game. Okay. And the protesters have to know these are the rules. And if you go farther than this, you will be arrested.
I think that's the crux of it. There are rules, and the protests are breaking them,
enough.
And they're not being arrested for the things they're doing that are illegal.
Okay.
You block a road, you go to jail, right?
Are the rules and standards set in place being broken by ICE currently?
By ICE?
Yes.
No.
So you don't think that shooting
if you
that
take
guy,
ICE and protesters, who's breaking the rules?
More.
Can you block the roads? Can you impede an investigation?
Right.
Can you set up like blockades on city streets?
I don't think the problem is that. I think the problem is if they do those things and then they get murdered because of it.
We're already beyond that, though. If you decide that you have a certain set of rules for ICE and they must follow it to the letter, and you have rules for protesters and they sometimes have to follow some of the rules,
no,
you already have a bad deal by not enforcing the rules that exist.
Follow the rules, but when
they're not,
okay, when they don't break the rules, the line gets blurry, and ICE starts making mistakes when they're not handling the people who are breaking the rules effectively. So ICE had that guy who had a gun and they had 7 people on top of him. They took the gun away. They did not communicate with one another. And then they shot him and he didn't even have a gun.
I'm telling you
That's
that
a
interaction shouldn't have even been a thing.
But we don't know what led up to that.
But if you had local police that were insulating federal authorities from doing their thing and handling the protesters, and the minute that somebody touches, right, it's illegal to touch an officer.
Okay.
So you go to jail, right?
Right.
It's illegal to block a road.
Right.
It's illegal to obstruct a deal. The minute that happens, that you have a local authority that takes those people away, then you have all the bad actors that are completely taken away from that equation.
Yes.
If you don't do all of that, then you have a lot of bad actors who have strict confidence they can break the rules.
So you're saying the police aren't working with ICE?
100%. That's the problem, because ICE should never have to deal directly with the public. Local police.
They should never have to deal directly with the public.
Yes.
And there is a communication issue between ICE and the police because the police don't want to help or whatever because
but they're instructed not to help.
Okay. So what should the rules of engagement be when ICE isn't interacting with the people? Because that is obviously happening.
Arrests. It should be if you are breaking the rules, you get arrested 1 for 1.
Cool. You're breaking the rules. You should get arrested.
Yes.
I agree. Middle ground. Where I have a problem is when they are shooting people when they should just be arresting them, and they need to be better. Can you agree with that?
I don't think it should get there because you already broke rules.
I don't think it should get there, but it is getting there.
Right.
So there's a problem.
Yeah.
We need to fix it.
So if your mayors and governors say engage with ICE, and what would stop it from happening is not engaging with ICE.
Right.
So your first level is keep the local civilian police, the city police, to protect ICE from the public.
Right.
The second rule would be don't engage with federal authorities because they have ability. Like if you went, let's just say you F with the Secret Service.
Yeah.
Do you think the Secret Service really cares about dealing with the public at all?
Yeah. But
they have
ICE
one goal.
Isn't the Secret Service.
But it's a federal agency that has a very strict purview of what they're paid to do. Right. And it does not mean dealing with protesters.
There needs to be rules of engagement, and they need to be held to those rules.
You got the president, you're protecting him on stage, right? I want you to tell the Secret Service, whose job is not to deal with the public.
It's not
right.
me.
If someone rushes the stage,
it's everybody. It's voters.
If somebody rushes the stage, they're already beyond security and local police, and they've gotten to the stage, and you take them out. Are you going to be like, hey, what was the rules of engagement for someone rushing the stage? They're going to say, well,
that's exactly what I'm going to do, because people know if it's the Secret Service, you don't go rushing onto the stage to get to the president,
100%,
or you will be shot.
But if you have politicians telling you, don't worry, go ahead and rush the stage. We need to push back against the person that's on the stage. Don't you make it infinitely more likely that someone rushes the stage?
That's a problem too. If the governors or mayors of the towns are saying that, that's obviously not right. But at the same time, ICE is still making mistakes, and they need to be better.
It's not a mistake, though.
Just shooting a guy and not communicating that you took the gun from him is a mistake, dude.
I agree that if the person rushed the stage and the Secret Service,
I don't care about the Secret Service. It doesn't apply to this situation.
It does, though. It's a federal agency.
This is protecting the Secret Service is protecting the president. We are talking about people that are going into towns and taking illegal immigrants and getting them out.
Perfect. Okay, that's their job.
Different
so far.
Okay,
where's the difference? There's no such there's nobody that enters in with where you're training that says that you need to deal with protesters as someone who's charged with taking illegal immigrants.
Is that they should have training, because that's what they are going to run
into.
I
think protesters should keep their shit together so they don't get killed.
Okay,
it's a reasonable.
What if he was doing that? What if
Who?
he was the guy who had the gun on him that was helping a lady or whatever it was? And what if the government is labeling him a terrorist?
Again, we'll wait to see it. I'm more prone to say that he was engaging beyond his pay grade.
If he was engaging,
yes,
and he was being an asshole,
yes,
what should you do? What should you
do? Joe, or what they should do?
If he was he wasn't saying, I'm going to shoot you, I'm going to do all these terrible things and murder you or whatever. And what should they?
Yeah,
what should
Joe would preserve life. I would do everything to make sure someone didn't die.
That didn't happen.
Okay. if the NSA or the FBI or the CIA or the Secret Service, right? If you get to their level, you're going to die. And there has to be a respect that when you're a federal agency, that you don't F with them.
Is that okay? Is that the current rule with ICE?
Everybody outside of ICE, it is the current rule. You think you go up against an FBI agent and they're going to dick around with your civil liberties?
Isn't ICE? They don't do the same thing.
I know they have a different
so there
charge
should be a
job,
different set of
but
rules.
they're insulated where they have responsibilities that do not deal directly with the public.
Correct. Different.
City police deal with the public.
Okay.
ICE does not deal with the public.
Now they are. So the rules.
No,
have
there
to
are.
change.
They are not. No.
They are though.
But they are not.
They're not supposed to, but they are. So there needs to be rules set in place so that when they do engage with the public, they communicate and handle the job correctly and don't execute people in the street.
So they call okay, this is an ICE agent. I want you to know that your citizens here are effing with us. I want you to protect them from themselves because they're messing with us. And city police come out and they tackle them and they put them in jail and get them away
and then
from
if the
messing
city
with
police don't do anything, you pull up the rule book and you say, this is what we're supposed to do. And the people are aware of this is what we're supposed to do. And if they don't do it, then they get shot. Or if they're trying to harm us, then they get shot. But it's a blurry line and there aren't enough rules in place.
But you as a reasonable person, if you engage with a federal agent, would you not expect that you're going to get a different response than if you're dealing with your local city cops?
That's when we go back to the libertarian perspective of even the assholes need to be protected, that need to have their freedoms protected. Even if you're being an asshole, until you are physically trying to cause harm and hurt these officers, you shouldn't be shot execution style in the street. It's not fair and it's not right. And even if I don't agree with them or if I agree with them, their freedoms need to be protected.
Yeah,
that is the beauty of America.
I think shooting should come with, if you're about to be killed, that you kill first.
Yeah.
Only exception whatsoever.
Both of those bad scenarios, the officers got scared.
They got scared because their life was, they felt like their life was in danger.
And I think they made the wrong choice and they screwed up and they could have been better in that situation and they should have been better in that situation. And that's what needs to change. They need to be better.
Yeah, if you involve city police and National Guard, that if I'm a protester and I'm just holding a sign, nobody does anything to me, my life isn't threatened. But I throw a rock at you, I'm not killed for throwing a rock at you, but I'm going to
the
prison.
Punishment has to fit the crime,
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
like that lady who picked up that flashbang was throwing it. Like, no, I blow her hand off. Like, she
deserved it. She was stupid.
She was going to pick it up and throw it. Yeah, that's dumb. That's really dumb. But let's go to comments and see what people
Holy
say.
shit. I love arguing with you,
I do
Isaac.
too.
You're my favorite.
I do. Can't believe I'm arguing from the left. I'm going to get called such a snowflake. But
You are a
ultimately,
snowflake.
I am defending the freedoms of Americans.
We agree more than you think.
Oh, 100%.
I'm saying that there are missing elements, and you are saying there are missing elements.
You get frustrated that the local government is not in support.
100. Yeah,
And
it
it's
would
like
be so much better.
Is combating them, which I would say that's not good either. Dean says definitely need some more footage and facts. Yeah, because like I want to support everyone's Second Amendment right. Like I don't give a shit if I agree with him or not. If he's allowed to carry a gun, and it's a good lesson for the left that this is why it's important to have your freedom, your right to bear arms. This is why it's important. And if the other team is protesting and they're allowed to have guns too, it's the same damn thing.
Right.
So maybe the left will get into guns. Win-win.
Yeah.
Win-win.
But with that, when you express your freedoms, when you there's responsibility that comes with that. Like when I
100%.
walk into a store and I'm in there for like 30 seconds, I didn't find out. I go past
going on, everybody? No.
I go past the security cameras like a blackjack dealer. I go like this.
No, they like,
did he steal something? Did he come in here and steal something? No, I'm good. I'm good. Look, pocket's empty.
right. Jack of Fall Adventures. More people need to be saying what you are saying right now. Wait,
Who, me or him?
I think he was talking about me.
He's unreasonable.
I was in Iraq and we were welcomed more than ICE in Minneapolis. Dennis says mob rule.
Yes. Pitchforks and torches.
Right. People need to be allowed to protest, whether we like them or not. The second they start destroying property, there's a problem.
Arrest.
Yeah. But people are allowed to protest. And if they play the game by the rules, you're good.
Yep.
You know, and I don't think the government should go out of its way to make the rules so crazy that you're not allowed to protest either. Like,
Right.
It's got to be fair. Joseph says after he tried to help her up, they were both pepper sprayed. Yeah, like, well, what did she do? You know, that's what was she doing? Was she being an arrogant prick? And then I don't know. I haven't seen.
Do you agree that every ICE agent should have body cam footage so that we can see every interaction and everything that happens?
Yeah,
every
like,
single
they
one.
know
of them.
what they're going into now. They need body cam footage. They need to be de-escalating professionals. Like, they're paid $200,000. That's if they're paid. I don't know how much they're actually paid. I'm just saying that's what I hear. But if they're paid a good amount of money, more than the police, they need to be acting as such. Professionals. And like, how do you not, like, I'm just a dude. How do you not communicate that you took the gun off of him so that your boy, like, if I'm friends with all these guys I'm working with as ICE agents, and you don't, hey guys, I got the gun. We're safe. We're good. Let's get this guy arrested. Like, how do you not just say that in that situation? That's a huge mistake.
Yeah. I'm going to wait to see that footage. I'm sure that exists.
Huge mistake.
ICE has been in existence
Because
for
I
22
want my friends
years.
to feel safe.
Why is the problem during this admin? Because they are given permission to terrorize people. Of course, people are pissed. Density of the criminals in that state and a total. There's no obligation for the police to help them.
I don't think the local government saying, hey, we don't want you here and our police aren't going to do anything. And then I don't think that's good. And then I also don't think our president, who is like lighting a fire and saying, hey, listen, we don't care if you don't want us there. We're going to come and handle our business, and there's nothing you can do about it, is good either. Like, they're both being arrogant pricks. So why can't we be adults and realize that people's lives are at stake? You're not playing freaking Uno. People are dying. Like, it's not acceptable. And the world is watching. It's not good.
But how callous we are is how many people, when loss of life happens, that we make it a political statement rather than a completely, whatever.
Go back to England, guy on the right.
Who? That's me? England?
You're from England, dude. You love
bloody hell.
You love the monarchy.
Bloody hell.
You love
King
Trump.
George.
King Trump. You love King Trump. Dennis says it's hard to blame someone when no one refuses to de-escalate and chill the F out. Yeah, and then I don't think the left freaking out on social media and just jumping to conclusions and jumping to it's an authoritarian government and we need socialism is the right answer.
Right.
Because, listen, socialism ends with kings too.
Yep.
Socialism ends with authoritarian figures too. Isn't local laws superseded by state, which is then superseded by federal? How was Rittenhouse able to surrender peacefully while armed and Alex Preddy couldn't? If the same situation, Dean, was five what?
What?
5. It said 5.
If 5 minutes.
If Rittenhouse was in the same situation and they disarmed Rittenhouse and they took his gun away and then they shot him execution style in the streets, I would be saying the exact same thing.
Right.
It does not matter which side the protester was on.
Yeah, watch it side by side and look at when he was apprehended, If it's the same, then I'll be like, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Rittenhouse killed those dudes and then he was like freaking out because of it. And he's like,
he gave himself up.
I just got shot. I just shot those guys. They were attacking me.
He turned himself into authorities, not
completely different
that he was
situation.
trying to fight authorities. Yeah, U.S. Marshals are the same thing. Same like federal agencies. You don't F with them because they are not dealing with the public.
And we don't know, like, if they had him down on the ground and he's like saying to them, like, I have a gun, I'm gonna
shoot you.
Crazy shit.
The minute you flinch and you say you're gonna kill somebody,
not okay.
You have no idea if that happened or not.
But the second they take the gun from him, why is there then 5 to 10 seconds that pass where they're still fighting with him and then they get up and shoot him? It's like the gun's gone, dude.
Yeah.
And he goes for his phone or whatever. If they just would have communicated, hey, the gun's gone, you're good. And then he goes for his phone, he's going for something else.
Just be patient until the information comes out and we'll see whether or not we should be outraged or it was justified.
Julie Tidd says ICE is a Gestapo organization. Not true. ICE has been around forever. Like, it's not a Gestapo organization. I think that the way it's being run is a little bit too authoritarian for my blood, but it's not Nazis either. We live in an absolutely wonderful country where plenty of great things happen. Still, I can understand that and realize that things need changed. If you don't get support from the locals, you need to ask why and think about it. ICE is overstepping for sure.
Unless the people who pay your paychecks are saying deliberately to disengage and do not help ICE, then that's a different story. That's an insurrection. That's being complicit in undermining the rule of law.
Waltz sent in the National Guard. Let them be the middleman between the protesters.
Yes, 100%. That is a good plan.
The left understands the right to have guns. Maybe in the future, when the right is the protesters, you will then understand and be able to see that, hey, we were just in their shoes and it's okay for them to bear arms now, but I guarantee they won't, because both sides are so hypocritical when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, you can watch the same video and have two people come to a complete different conclusion on it.
Yeah. But I do love that the left is getting an important history lesson of why the Second Amendment is important. Yep. For governments that you don't agree with that are trying to take your freedoms away, that's why you're allowed to have guns. Joe is hilariously uninformed. I agree. I'm right, you're wrong, 85.
I disagree. Surprisingly.
I love how his name is I'm right, you're wrong, 85.
If you're born in 85, you know nothing.
I'm right, you're wrong, 85. I'm going to take a guess and say that's a troll account. Jack says, Isaac, best points I've heard. Jack, you're being way too nice to me. I'm still an idiot. I promise. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen, he's setting you up. This is a trap.
5.
Yeah, we got 30 seconds. We got to get out of here, so give your little pitch. Hurry,
I gotta go P2. Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate you being here. Me and Joe are, this is the beauty of Youngstown Studio. We can come in here, we can argue, and ultimately Joe and I might not agree on everything, but we still love each other. That's the beauty of this show. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I am a loan officer. I'm a real estate agent. If you are buying a house up here in Northeastern Ohio.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original